Good afternoon and evening, WPL fans. My goodness, thank you so much for being here. Hey there, folks. Stephen, Marty, Martinez here on this cold Worcester evening. Man, oh man, do we have just the thing that's going to warm everybody up tonight. We have some hot, intense darting action. And my goodness, everything is really starting to come to a head here at the Worcester Premier League. Very few weeks, very few opportunities are remaining for our roster of players. That means that every single game is elevated in importance. Every single point that these guys can try and scrap for is going to mean that much more. As like I said, time is running out. 3 regular season weeks remain, and man, oh man, do we have quite the situation with the standings coming down the pipe here. But before we go look at the standings, last week's winner, my goodness, Joe Ricard, an awesome, epic, even performance last week. 78.83 3DA on the night. 2-0 versus Berto Santos, 2-0 versus Ron Sargent, and 2-1 in the final versus the Emperor himself, Tom Curtin. Man, Joe was really on fire last week. But with darts, anybody can have themselves a night. The question is, can you dig deep and replicate that performance week over week? It's the question that Joe Ricard is going to be looking to answer here as we get ready for week 5. Going over the standings here, Tom Curtin still sits atop the pile. 13 points, 2 nights won, 8 match wins, and an truly astounding 16-ton 80s fired in there from Tom Curtin after 4 weeks of play. Joe Ricard leapfrogging Ron Sargent. Oh, my goodness. I think it was about an 85 average game that he fired in. Ron, I think, fired in an 81 last week when they faced off in the semifinals. And Joe taking out Ron last week means that he is sitting in second place. 12 points, 2 night wins, 7 match wins, and 7-ton 80s. Tom and Joe are currently in the safe zone because with how we've changed the playoff structure this season, 1 and 2 will get buys into the second round in the playoffs. 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place, and 6th place will all have to face off in the first round. Ron Sargent only 2 points behind Joe Ricard. Justin Burke trailing with 6 points. Nick Soldo, very critical finals appearance, I believe, in week 3, which gave him 3 points that he's held on to. He's still looking for more points to add on to that tally. If he wants to face off and fend off, Mike Carignan, Mark Rudge, and Berto Santos, who are all hot on his tail, 1 point behind. We'll see how those bottom 3 play out because we have quite the matchup tonight. All of these guys seemingly playing each other in the first round. First on the stream board here, Tom Curtin, Justin Burke. Man, critical game here for Justin as he tries to knock Tom Curtin down a couple of pegs. We'll see how that goes. Just a few short minutes here, but Mike Carignan, Berto Santos, critical game. Both guys really looking for points any way that they can get them. And, man, whoever moves on to the semifinals here is going to be really raking in gold. Not just points, gold. The other side of the bracket, Nick Soldo, Mark Rudge. Another critical first-round game here. Nick Soldo only 1 point ahead of Mark Rudge, who has been playing a lot better as of late. Rudge got off to a little bit of a slower start this season, but now he's really starting to find his form. He's really starting to put a lot of pressure, even taking out Joe Ricard in a couple weeks past. So we'll see how that game goes. It's certainly going to be very interesting. The final first-round game, my goodness. It's a shame we don't have that on the stream board, but you know what? It might be a little bit better to give these guys a little bit of time off of the streaming board, let them duke it out in private. Ron Sargent, Joe Ricard. Again, they faced off last week. Ron and Joe firing well above the 80 average. I mean, it was just spectacular. These guys were going blow for blow. When you put those guys together, magic happens. So we'll see how all of these first-round games turn out. Checking on the board view really quick. Tom Curtin and Justin Burke, man. The only thing that's changed about this guy, other than his performance, is that he's wearing a hat. Hey, a little bit of rain today. Don't want any rain in those glasses of his. Justin Burke, hat facing the other way. Maybe a white hat, black hat situation. Who's going to be coming out on top between these guys? We don't know. But before we get into that, hey, it's pretty chilly out there, folks, and there was a heck of a lot of rain. So you know what? If you are looking to stay warm as we go into the winter season here, you want to rock some WPL merchandise, really support the WPL, all of the proceeds go back into our season. Some of the funds directly contribute to the prize pool that we have here for Season 3. Helps keep the lights on as we look to come back for more seasons. So if you're looking for a little bit of warmth and you want to look, well, just stylish in general, rocking the WPL, go ahead and scan that QR code. Takes you directly to the WPL merch store, which is proudly made available by U.S. Sports and Apparel. So please, guys, check them out. And actually, we have a little bit of a treat for everybody. Quite a video that we've prepared highlighting the action in the previous weeks 1 through 4. Hope that you guys enjoy it. Here we go. First dart, 19. Leaves himself 86, so trip 18. Finds the trip 18 for double 16 again. Come on, Ron. He missed it on the first go. Will he find it on the second go? Oh, he pulls it in. It's in. My goodness, 105 take there for the Dreamboat. What a take. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic setup play. Rudge finds that triple, so he's going to have one dart at double 18. And he finds it. Solid 116 take there from Rudge. Speaking of scoring, I have a little bit of a score update for everybody. Tom Curtin's currently leading. Mike Carignan, 1-0. Oh, big 170 there from Justin Burke. Solid darts there. And it's in there. A clinical 170 to 32 follow-up. Immediate pressure. Taking a deep breath, knows that that's going to be a tough act to follow, but doing well to get underway. 2 in there. Come on, Berto. Fires in the big 180 answer. And for Nick Soldo here. 19's really finding a home here. 2 found. Oh, Nick, come on, fill it up. Oh, he does find the big 171. All of a sudden, he was having to work hard to try and knock it down to 100. Might have some extra time here. 2 darts at tops. And a clinical 100 take. Bringing it closer. Ron, there's that spectacular first dart. Finds 2. Are we going to steal 180? Going downstairs, it looks like. And he finds the big visit. 2 and out first here. Ron doing some corrections on the scoreboard, looks like. Really some spectacular stuff on display from Joe. Ron trying to keep pace. 2 in there. Can he fill it up? Does. Big 180 found from the Dreamboat. Joe Ricard eyeing up 119. Finds the big 19 there. Going back upstairs for triple 20. Finds it. 1 dart at double top, his favorite. And he finds the big 119 take. Ron looking to keep this going. That's another perfect dart. 2 perfect darts. Oh, he's going to fill it up. No, he's going down instead. Oh, the big 177. Ron Sargent on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Right in the top left corner there. Perfect first dart. Dead center, I think. Oh, the Emperor looking to fill it up. Oh, big 180. Big answer. Marooned on 180 Island. Joe Ricard with FedEx packages abound. We're talking volleyball in the 140. Wow, my goodness. Aim here. Justin doing very well to keep pace. Joe might be telling himself off a little bit here. Are we going to see him fill it up? It looks like a big 180 there from Joe Ricard. Solid start. 3 darts in. That's 4. 5 darts in. Ladies and gentlemen, that's back-to-back 180s. I don't know if you're excited, but if you're not, you better start getting excited. Sub 148 and first 2 and out. Tom Curtin, well, he's angry, folks. He's upset, and he's going to look to fill it up. Tom Curtin for the big 180, and he does find the big 180. Will not let this slip. Joe has to find the combination. Finds the first one. Second dart's in. Bullseye. No ball, man. We move on. We try and fight. See what we can get in this leg, but we continue to persist. Double 18. Just high. Great guy, though. And a solid 93 take from Justin Burke. Caster math is not going well this late at night. Tom, fine. Oh, looks like it's just wide, I believe. Oh, and he finds it. Unbelievable take there. Third. Joe, 98 left. 78 remaining. Finds the big 54. And he finds the big double 12. Unbelievable take there, 98. Ricard 151. This would be a spectacular take. Finds the first part down to 17s. Second dart found. Tops. Oh, what a take from Joe Ricard. Beauty. Hope you guys enjoyed that fun video. Again, highlighting the best of weeks 1 through 4. Man, we still have 3 regular season weeks remaining, and let me give these guys the go-ahead so we can get this week underway. Justin Burke getting in his last few warm-up rounds here. Man, Tom Curtin, Justin Burke, both guys so stylish tonight. Love the jerseys, love the hats. LFG, can't say that on air, but Justin always brings the energy every single game that he plays. And this guy, oof, looks like he's bringing the energy too. Both guys in the pool. No clear winner just yet. But the Emperor, always calm, always cool. Only gets upset if he starts missing his darts. But Justin Burke again brings the energy. Looks like he will be bringing us the game. He will be leading off here week 5. We'll see what Justin Burke can do to really get going here. Again, quite the first-round opponent in Tom Curtin, who is sitting atop the standings here. But Justin Burke really has been doing a fantastic job these past couple of weeks, really just finding the points, getting consistently into the semifinals, getting past that first round. The caliber of play that everybody is capable of pulling out on any given Monday night, being consistent in just getting into that second round, really has pushed Justin, well, into the middle of the pack. But you know what? He's not too far behind Ron Sargent, who I believe is sitting at 10 points. But he's done a very critical job of pushing himself in front of everybody currently stuck at 2 points, even Nick Soldo, who's stuck at 3 points. So we'll see if he can get it done tonight and get another second-round appearance. But Tom Curtin looking like he's going to have something to say about it. 2 in there so far. Might have found a third dart in there. Not sure. Maybe a ton 40. It is a ton 40. So pressure immediately on the way and being delivered by Tom Curtin. Justin Burke not too far behind, but is looking for at least 1 dart in that triple 20 segment. Can't find it. All 3 darts just around it. Not exactly the round that Justin Burke would have wanted to have. Doesn't want to let this guy really start to build a solid lead that he can continue to push closer and closer, and this is exactly what he'll do. He'll just find those darts. Tom Curtin is so good at following the line. When he locks in and finds that triple 20 segment, he finds that throw. He's so easily able to replicate that and just continue to hammer away. So Justin Burke struggling off the get-go here, only finding 59 on that visit. Tom Curtin already had an out 161 with a very impressive 113 average so far. Still early, but again, Justin Burke did lead off this leg, so he does not want to get broken out of the gate here. Solid third dart there by Tom Curtin, finding that 25. Will leave himself 96, so a great leave. Justin Burke kind of staring down the business end of a barrel right now. Needs to fill this up. At least 2 in there to put some semblance of pressure on it. Can't do it. Third dart slips outside, so unfortunate third dart. Unfortunate couple of rounds here. Tom Curtin not going to be one to mess around with this 96. This is a rather clinical take. There's that triple 20 found, so double 8 needed. Third dart, can he find it? Ooh, might have just pulled that inside. Indeed, he has. Again, these black points make it so difficult. Only here for the phenomenal commentary. Oh, come on. If you're only here for that, you're missing quite a lot of action here on the dartboard. These guys, once they get going, man, ton 40s, ton 80s. Justin Burke, great round, great visit there, but going to have to rely on a lot of mistakes here from Tom Curtin, who, okay, has missed some leg darts here, but still plenty more outside on that first one. Still plenty of space, though. Okay, now it gets tricky. Might be brutal blockers, and he goes outside, so Justin Burke is looking pretty scary there. Well behind, and now he's come roaring back. 92 does not want to leave this up for grabs. Going over to 12s, I believe. Stays there. Won't find it. Has 52 remaining, so another one. Was trying to leave himself 40 there, so a little bit of a sloppy third. Falling into that 9 segment, 49 scored. Tom Curtin, more attempts here. Pulls it inside, so down to double 2. Starting to get nervous. Up to double 1, the Madhouse. And Tom Curtin, shake of the head there. Sloppy doubles. Justin Burke probably not expecting these chances to come, but will have to do very well to take advantage. Down to double 16. 24 left after finding that big 8, so up to double 12. Can't afford to miss. Come on, Justin. Oh, my goodness, that was just outside. I think he even bends the wire. Thin margins here, folks, but Tom Curtin has to force it outside if he is going to miss. Pulls it inside, and another shake of the head there from Tom. He knows big opportunities, and he is blowing it right now, but again, Justin Burke, sloppy first dart, 19 left, needs to correct, probably going to go down to the big 3 segment. He misses it, so both guys nervy opening round here. Not the best the WPL has to offer here off the gate, but again, it's still early. These guys been warming up, but so tricky to really translate all those warm-up throws into solid darts, and we'll see. I don't think that's inside. Another shake of the head, so Tom Curtin rounding the houses, but not able to open any doors. Justin Burke, again, more opportunities that he probably shouldn't have, but needs to take it out, and he does. So Justin Burke, a hold of throw there against all odds. He stared down the barrel, and he wasn't scared. He didn't even blink. Tom Curtin going to have to really do well to mentally reset here. Todd in the chat says, shoot well. Thanks, Todd, for all your support. Again, if you are looking to play darts in the Worcester area, Tee Up Tap Room, 70 James Street, Worcester. Quite a phenomenal place to go play darts and even golf here as it starts to get pretty cold. They have 5 upgraded simulators, so go check them out. Talk to Todd. Go check them out on Facebook. They will make space for you. Tom Curtin trying to fill up that space there in the triple 20 segment. Might have found 2. Looks like it is only going to be a ton, so both guys well underway here in this second leg. Really trying to shake off the, I guess, nervousness in that first leg. Really was a curiosity given that these guys really do score well. Doubles are not so easy to find when you first get going. Sometimes it does take a couple of attempts just to get that arm calibrated, the radar dialed in. Hand-eye coordination is so hard to figure out, and looks like hand-eye coordination just off there from Tom Curtin with that third dart, only finding 83. So opportunities here for Justin Burke. Needs at least a ton if he wants to try and keep pace, and that's a great way to keep the pressure on. Wants to correct back in there. Does find the 1-2-5, so great darts from Burke. Solid stuff. Really putting the pressure back on the Emperor, keeping him honest here. A little bit of a low dart there from Tom, trying to navigate that third one up, and he does. Again, very rare that he walks away from a scoring round, not finding at least one dart in that triple 20 segment. So holding true to that scoring prowess. Justin Burke, first one into that one segment. Small adjustment needed. He won't come down to an out unless he finds a triple, and he can't do that. 26, breakfast. Bacon and eggs at 7:12 in the evening. Hey, there's nothing wrong with breakfast at night. Stuff of champions there. And 158 remains for Tom Curtin, who finds the big triple there, but only 80 scored. No way out. Looks like he might have just barely found that 18. So game of margins here, and Tom Curtin riding the margins to their full extent, though. These wires are not that thick. doesn't want to have to make it that scary. My goodness. Justin Burke only finding 41, so another sloppy third. Maybe too quickly with that release there. Maybe just wants to hold on to it a little bit longer, but going to have to rely on more mistakes from Tom Curtin, who's not going to be so willing to hand these out. Going now down to double 10. Pulls it inside again, so double trouble here for the Emperor. Justin Burke is not at an out. Can only look to put pressure. But if there's one thing that is going to get under the skin, I don't think any player really gets under the skin of Tom Curtin after seeing him play for about 1.5 seasons now. Excuse me. But I think the one thing that really gets under his skin is missing doubles. And looks like he goes just under again, so he has to correct down to double 2. And there on the third dart, he takes it. So not a spectacular finish, but sometimes you just got to get the job done. Hold a throw there for the Emperor Tom Curtin and Justin Burke. About a half step behind on the scoring, but still plenty of time to get things going here. Again, just starting out here, Week 5, WPL Season 3. If you are joining us for the first time, where have you been? We've missed you. We're happy that you're here, but you are joining us after the halfway point of our season. We're coming down the pipe here. Everybody's looking for critical pickups with points. Doesn't want to leave it to the last week. Solid 140 fired from Tom Curtin. Great way to get this leg going. But every game matters that much more as relegation is starting to bare its teeth in the bottom half of our standings. I believe it's Berto, Santos, and Rudge are at risk. Critical games ahead for these guys. Tom Curtin is currently standing, well, not on his own, but atop of the pile. Justin Burke is in the middle of the standings. But still critical points for both guys. And Tom not able to find that critical third in the big 20 segment, so only finding 83. Justin Burke already falling behind again after 2 visits to the board. Needs to try and collect some big scores here. Small correction down needed if he can find it. Can't quite nail that third dart in there, only finding 60. So Tom Curtin slowly making his way towards outshot territory. Can't find that correction. Might be a great guide, though. Doesn't use it as a guide. Goes actually higher. So maybe a little bit more calibration needed from the Emperor. Down to 2-3-3. Justin Burke needs a big score if he wants to catch back up. 2 more in there will do nicely. Small correction needed now. Ooh, looks like he puts 2 in that trip 1 segment. 66 found, so not enough. Again, putting some pressure on, but not enough to really scare this man right here, who was looking to fill it up, but he's probably going to go downstairs. Maybe he stays. Oh, big 180 statement round there. Probably better if he goes down, but he's just telling Justin Burke, you better come to play, buddy, because I'm going to fire in these ton 80s, and you better try and slow me down if you can. Tom Curtin sitting at 53 after 4 visits to the board. Great leg he's having here. 13. Oh, my goodness. Right on the wire, but that's in there, folks. 2 darts at tops. And he takes it in 2 darts. Clinical take there. Solid 14-dart leg for the Emperor. And just like that, Justin Burke started off with a defense hold of his throw. Is now at risk of losing the opening set here in what should be his set. If you're not familiar with the terminology, holding your throw, holding your set, Tom Curtin leads off in this leg, so he should theoretically get down to an out first. In the grander scope of a game, if you are leading off in the first game, it should be theoretically your set, because if it goes to a tiebreaker, you should be leading off in that final game. But Justin Burke broken in that previous leg, not getting off well here. So Tom Curtin advantage if he can continue to find big scores, push himself closer to this first set. Can't quite grab a ton, only finding 60, but the grouping is there, so he is slowly dialing in his arm and his eyes. Everything's cooperating nicely together. So lovely when that happens. Justin not able to dial it in quite as much. 55 found. The highest levels of play, those darts that sneak out into the trip 5, trip 1, really start to add up over time, man. It's frustrating when you're not missing by much, and this guy is finding these big triple 20s. Every third dart seems to just be locking in, learning from the mistakes of the previous two. And Justin Burke, 403, well behind, only finding a big 3 there. So he will need ton 80s, ton 40s if he wants to try and come roaring back. Tom Curtin is going to take a breath. Just, be casual about it. There's no reason for him to worry. He has plenty of time. Maybe not too casual, a little bit of a caster curse there, hitting that 3 segment. But Justin Burke, 360 again, ton 40, ton 80 minimum, you feel. Needs to try and put some pressure back on. Can't afford to have these slips. Might just be the arms not coming up all the way. Maybe he's just not coming to the same release point. But consistency is so critical, so key. It's been one of the boons of Tom Curtin's play these past couple of weeks here, is that everything just seems so machine-like, so robotic. Brings the dart up, fires. Brings the dart up, fires. And if he's off by, any margin, he is able to make those corrections. Sitting at 160 now, Justin Burke, 279. Does very well to find a trip 20. Goes downstairs, but can't quite find the switch. So this 160 will not need to go. Justin Burke not at an out. Oh, but he might force it if he finds another one. Oh, it won't go, so just set up shots from this point out. Finds the big ton to leave himself 60. You can tell that he wanted it. Don't get greedy now, Mr. Curtin. Greed is not good, according to some sources. Some say greed is good, but here, if you don't need to take it, that's all right. Don't be upset at yourself. Justin Burke not able to find any serious pressure here, so the Emperor eyeballing 60. Wants one big 20 here. For 2 darts for the set. Well, high. Needs to bring it low. And he doesn't bring it low enough. So again, Justin Burke, outside chance, 1-4-2. This would be another spectacular take if he can find the opening part of the combination. Cannot find the big trip, so it will not go. 102 remaining now. Elects to stay. 82 left. Tom Curtin, who struggled in the opening leg to find his double, will not want more of the same. Going down to double 10, needs to clean it up. Goes inside again to a tricky double 5. And it looks like he does not. He does find it. He does find it. Not able to see past that flight, but Tom Curtin locking in and finding that double 5. Getting a little scary there towards the end with that third dart, but first set is in the ledger books of Tom Curtin. And now he has the throw for this set. So theoretically, if Justin Burke not able to find critical breaks, is at risk of losing this opening set and losing out on critical points. We still have a long way to go, and Justin Burke doing very well to find that trip 20 segment. Follows with a big ton of his own. Great darts there. Both guys getting off the opening line here really well. What can Tom Curtin do? Pushing that second dart well wide. Can't find the third one either. Small margins, folks. All over that triple 20 segment. My goodness. Justin Burke looking to take advantage of the big miss there from Tom Curtin. Looking to follow. I think that might be a ton 40. We'll see what he punches in. It's a big ton. Back-to-back heavy tons on the board for Justin Burke. Great darts. Justin letting those darts get a little loose in the previous set, and now cleaning up quite nicely. Tom not able to find that switch down. So unfortunate. And that's the risk that you run when you do make those switches to the 19s, to the 18s. Justin Burke locking in. Would love another one in there. Does put another one in there. Solid 140, so ton, 40 is the sequence for Justin Burke, who leaves himself 161 after 3 visits to the board. All of a sudden, not something that I say very often, but Tom Curtin well behind, not able to find any scoring to really put pressure on Burke, who's looking to run away with this one if he can find. First part of the combo going to 17s. Can't go. Probably wouldn't be the smartest way to go if he did find that triple 17, but still big bites here. Big bites of the score. 81 will leave himself 80. So great work from Justin Burke regardless. Tom Curtin looking to come roaring back with a vengeance here. Might be 2 in there. Looking like he's staying. Might be a ton 80, might be a ton 40. Oh, man, it slipped out into the triple 5. So 135 down to 136 for Tom Curtin. Justin Burke, 75 remaining. Single pull, can't find it. So all of a sudden, what might have been a surefire thing here is starting to get a little nervous. Tom Curtin, 136. If he can find that triple 20, just has to stay there. All the ton plus finishes, this is one of the nicer ones. First dart will not go, so it is over for this round for the attempt, but does very well to set up, telling Justin Burke, buddy, you better not miss because I am waiting in the wings. Justin Burke, 48, 16 or 8. Which way is he going to go? To double 16. And he takes it 2 darts. Tom Curtin will not have a look at it. Justin Burke doing very well to get out of that leg in a hurry. My goodness. It's one thing to be leading in a game of darts and another thing to turn around and see Tom Curtin staring at you and going, hey, buddy, don't miss. That's terrifying, folks. That's genuinely horrifying. But Justin Burke handling the pressure quite well, only finding 66 with the opening round. Tom Curtin cannot afford to get off the line slow, and it's looking like he's answering the call. 2 darts in there. We're going to see the opening ton 80. Oh, it might be a 135. That dart point does not look friendly, and it's not. Still a great opening round. Justin Burke nodding in approval, saying, yep, okay, I see you, buddy. Looking to try and bring that dart slightly over to the right. Can't quite make the adjustment. So unfortunate there. 135 found in the opening visit from Tom Curtin. Looking to build off of this momentum. First one slightly high. Second dart. Plenty of space. Goes a little higher. Not able to find a solid visit. Not sure what he was doing with the switch downstairs. Must have not liked the look, the angle of those flights, but I'm shocked, ladies and gentlemen, that he decided to go downstairs. Justin Burke looking to capitalize. My goodness. Can't find the big 180, but he does find the big 121. So doing well to punish off the sloppy round from this man, who is now being forced to come back with a vengeance. First start might be a little tough blocker, but again, playing for the wrong team. Tom's darts, my goodness. So 234 to 274. Justin Burke sitting at this leg. Very comfortable position if he can continue to find darts like that. Oh, well, 140 would do nicely. Can't find the switch to the trip 18s. That would have been a smart way to go as well. Clean up that 4. And he does eventually, but 190 still outside. Outshot territory, and Tom Curtin is looking to bust down the door, get himself within range. Doing some mental math here. Looks like he is going downstairs to those 19s. Can't grab that trip 19 segment, but still does very well to grab 80. He is down to an out first, leaving himself 154. So big ton plus take. The odds are suggesting that Justin Burke will have 3 more darts, so he needs to set himself up here. Wants at least a ton, can't grab it, so 130 to 154. Pick your poison, ladies and gentlemen. Which one do you want to have? I'd probably take the baby fish myself. 154 is very intimidating, and it will not go. So its aura, its frightfulness is still very much present. Tom doing very well to find that 94, so he'll leave himself 60. Justin Burke with the baby fish, wants to reel it in. Needs to find that trip 20 for a bullseye force. Can't grab it, goes slightly left. So again, resetting here. Tough second dart there. Not off by much, but third dart not worthwhile at all either. Tom Curtin, been here before, took a little while. Finds that first dart, so 2 darts at tops. Can he find it? High, wants to bring it low. And he brings it down the perfect amount. Tom Curtin finding second leg here, so tie game, tie set. But now Tom Curtin will be holding his throw here. And again, if this goes this way, Tom, I guess both guys have found a break here in this second set, so both guys doing a terrible job of not holding their throws. Need to play more defense, guys, but it still favors Tom here. If this set does go to a deciding game, he will have the advantage. Justin Burke looking to try and find something. Can't quite grab anything good. So we'll see what Tom Curtin is able to do with this second visit here. Does very well to find that opening ton. First dart's looking fantastic. Second dart is just as good. And the third dart is money. So 2 180s on the game here for Tom Curtin, who is surging ahead. Statement of intent. And Justin Burke, big pressure here now on him to try and keep pace. And those 2 darts are killer. Might have found that third one, might have made it a worthwhile visit. It's not. So Tom Curtin, the pressure is being released off of this man who is not looking at slowing down. Going downstairs to the bullseye, does do very well to find that single bull, so he is at an out. Justin Burke not even in range. 105 locked in there from Tom Curtin, sitting at 116 after 3 visits. Fabulous stuff. You genuinely feel like ton 80s and ton 40s now, minimum. Tons will not do for Justin, who is, well, again, staring down the barrel of this man. Howitzer's going off. Needs to find that trip 20. Doesn't. Puts it high, so no pressure. Will go down to the 16s. He does. Leave himself 60. And again, Justin Burke well behind. 3-3-2 remaining. 180 to maybe put some pressure on, but Tom Curtin in a very comfortable position at 60 after 4 visits to the board. My goodness, this is a tough one, folks. Does very well to find that third dart in there. Rack up some decent points, but Tom Curtin, if he finds this first dart, which he does, you almost feel like the second one's a surefire guarantee. Slight adjustment needed. Caster curse maybe. Not here, folks. So third dart is found. And just like that, Tom Curtin looking to secure the opening game of Week 5. Just needs one more leg to get it done. Justin Burke not done yet and coming out with a vengeance here. Would love a ton 40 to open up this leg. Can't grab it. Only able to find a 85, Thought he scored a ton there. So maybe I'm going to start Hatgate. Maybe we're going to talk about that. Tom Curtin has not worn a hat in the previous weeks. He has been trading night wins with Joe Ricard these past couple of weeks. Both guys sitting at 2 night wins. So maybe the hat is an omen, folks. Maybe Tom Curtin is upset, possesses some magical powers or energy in that baseball cap of his. Justin Burke, big 1-2-1. Great darts there. But who knows? Small change. These guys are even more suspicious about darts than I am. So the hat just might be, well, a pivotal factor here for Curtin if he wants to try and get a third night win. We'll see. Does very well to find that ton. So Justin Burke trying to run away as fast as he can. But if he leaves space for Tom Curtin to chase him down, Tom certainly will. So needs to continue this march down the board here. Won't find the switch. Only finding 59, which is serviceable. That does work. But if Tom able to find a big ton here, or even ton 40, Third dart's not a helper, so needs to find the correction. Does. Can't find the third dart. A little look of disgust there on the face of Tom Curtin, who was not a happy camper with the way that third one went. So still some space, still some breathing room for Justin Burke, but he cannot afford darts like that. Not now. Second dart's money. Third dart pushed out, so blockers. And that might come and haunt Justin Burke. Next visit or so here, we'll see. Does very well to leave himself the 170, but Tom Curtin, 140 you feel. Oh my goodness, the flight. Man, the flights are playing crazy defense. And Justin Burke's going to hope that all of his darts work in his favor. The 170 will not go. Only finding 2, so Justin taking a step back here, needs to mentally reset. Does very well with that third dart. That's a great way to reset. Solid visit. But Tom Curtin, 196, now in a very critical position where if he can find a ton, Justin Burke's going to be under immense pressure. And again, look at that flight. The way it pushes it up, it's almost like it's made out of rubber. Wow. Justin Burke, 108. Is he going to go 20s or 18s? Finds the big opening trip 20. Finds 8. Double 20. Big 108 find from Justin Burke. Wow. Solid take right when he needed it. Great stuff. Spectacular. Wow. Tom Curtin now throwing for the set here. He will be leading off, so that's where the advantage comes into play. But not off to a quick start here. Might be 45, 85, so that third dart does find its way in there. But Justin Burke putting on the pressure and putting on the show. Can't find the triple 20 here. Might be some adrenaline left over. Only finding 45. Looks like any semblance of a smile has been wiped off of Tom Curtin's face, who's now looking incredibly serious. He does not want to lose any leg. And my goodness, the big 135 pushing himself further in front. You'll see that from Tom Curtin, where if he loses a leg or two, all of a sudden the man doesn't smile anymore when he goes up to the Aki. He looks as laser focused as anyone can be. Justin Burke doing very well to find the 85, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And Tom Curtin looking to, avoid some of those, wants to migrate those over slightly to the left. And my goodness, that is not a handsome round. 26 breakfast right when he doesn't need it. So handing Justin Burke a little bit, some rope here. Maybe giving him some line to start crawling his way back into this game if he can find the ton, which he can't. So only pushing his score down to 311, 255 for Tom Curtin. Can't afford another sloppy round, otherwise serious questions will start to crop up. Does find that triple 20 to save the visit. 95 scored will push his score down to, I believe, 160, and that's correct. 311 remaining for Justin Burke. So this is for the game here. He needs to find some big visits if he wants to stay alive. And he knows how critical that second dart going into that triple 1 segment is. So unlucky. Tom Curtin already in outshot territory. This is a long shot chance, but it's the fact that he's here is what matters. One more of those. It won't go. Can't force the 160. Can only set up. Wanted to go for double 20. Maybe to leave himself 40, but still. He has been at this 60 leave many times before in this game, so creature of comfort maybe. But it has been a reliable way for him to get out of these legs reliably. So one more time for Tom Curtin for the opening game here. Finds the big 20. 2 darts at tops. And it's over, folks. So that's the game. Tom Curtin taking out Justin Burke 2-0. My goodness, Justin Burke gave us an absolute showstopper of an out with that big 108. But not able to find that extra gear and push it to a deciding set. Oh, well, tough one there for Justin Burke. If I look at the Score of the other game, Nick Soldo and Mark Rudge are currently 1 apiece. So we'll see who comes out on top in that match. But for right now, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you guys very soon.
Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. From embroidered polos to customized uniforms and fan gear, they have the expertise and the people to do it all. Their catalog includes spiritwear, athletic equipment, and promotional items. From mugs and golf balls to jackets and hoodies, everything is branded to your specifications. For gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right. Looking for your next night out in Worcester? Tee Up Tap Room is the place to be. With 5 golf simulator bays, more than 20 dartboards, a full bar and kitchen, and leagues for both golf and darts running year-round, Tee Up is the go-to spot for competition and community. Swing by Tee Up Tap Room at 70 James Street in Worcester and see why it's the city's home for golf, darts, and good times. Balboni Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards to accessories and apparel, they're the one-stop shop for any player looking to stock up or upgrade. Whether you're stepping up to the line for the first time or competing for trophies and checks, Balboni Darts is the store that the champion selects. Looking for a way to support the Worcester Premier League directly? Check out our coffee page. Every dollar donated goes right back into the league, helping us cover operations and build a bigger prize pool for the players. Your support makes it possible for us to keep the WPL growing season after season. Once again, your donation helps us keep the competition thriving and the darts flying. Visit our page at coffee.com/WPL Darts to make a contribution today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you so much for waiting. We're waiting for the final results of Nick Soldo and Mark Rudge. Nick put up a valiant effort. He put up a tremendous fight, but a big 76 take from Mark Rudge seals the deal, and Rudge will be moving on to the semifinals of Week 5. So crucial points being found there for Rudge, who now brings his point tally to 4 points. Nick, with no points found this week, will stay at 3 points. So Rudge doing very well to clear the standings. I think he moves up to about 5th or 6th place. If I can go off of some quick mental math, which is not always my strong suit, but looking at the standings here, Mark Rudge, big 2-point fine, will put him up to 4 points total. I guess it really all boils down to whether or not Mike Carignan or Berto Santos, who takes this game and how the stats play out. But go to the board view. These guys will not be concerning themselves with Rudge's victory. They'll be happy for him, of course, but they have a job to do here. Looks like Berto's throwing some new darts, some new arrows. Hopefully those fly well for him. But again, yeah, every single point, every single game matters that much more. Very unfortunate there for the sure shot Nick Soldo. Justin Burke still a little bit of comfort. 6 points, not finding any points tonight, but still a little bit of a buffer zone. we'll see how the rest of our opening games roll out. And on the other board, directly to the right, I guess, of these guys here, looking at this view, will be Joe Ricard and Ron Sargent. So we'll see how that game plays out. I'll give you guys a live updates as that rolls in. Let me give these guys the go-ahead. So final darts, final warm-ups. These guys know that it's time to go. Final visit there from Mike Carignan. Again, if you are tuning in for the first time, this is Worcester Premier League Season 3, Week 5. So we are past the halfway point of the season. We only have 7 weeks of regular season play here. So 3 weeks, including this one remaining. 3 opportunities remaining for these two guys right here. Berto not able to find that bull. We do PDC bull here at the WPL. So you got to get in. If you want to try and lead off, both guys miss, so we will go again. Mike will have the first dart here. Mike has been struggling a little bit in these past couple of weeks, very rarely getting past the first round. Certainly a lot better of a player than the stats have suggested to us, but again, that's the caliber of play. Berto Santos drilling that double bull. Great find, so he will be leading off here. But everybody has stepped up their game in the offseason, and man, everyone came out swinging in week 1. So we'll have to see who has the consistency, who has the stamina to keep up the performance as the weeks go by. Berto doing very well to get underway here with a big 85 visit. Those do look like new arrows for Berto Santos, so doing well to find great visit off the rip. Carignan needs to adjust with that opening dart. And again, Carignan, Mike, he has his moments this season. We've only had him on the stream 1 time so far, but I've been watching his games as they go. The second monitor that I have here on my desk, and he has some spectacular visits. We know that he has the caliber of play to really challenge anybody on any given night, but doubles have not been there. Consistency sometimes just slipping away. Carignan is certainly one of the more collected, calmer players, so not a lot of pressure really gets to him. Just kind of gets to the board and does his thing. We'll have to see if he can really bring the hype here just for himself. Challenge Berto for these 2 points that are so important here. Berto doing very well to keep those darts straight. And as soon as I say that, caster curse, that third one goes into the trip 5 segment there. Scoreboard might be a little slow tonight. Not sure what's going on there. 45 found. It's cold and rainy outside, and, you know, even the computers and stuff want to take a little bit of a break. I can't blame them. Mike doing very well to find the ton. Man, that third dart was so close to bouncing out. Doing very well to get to the board in a hurry to hold that dart in there. Don't want that falling out. Berto looking to make small adjustments up. Has such a forceful throw there. Really putting a heck of a lot of trajectory and a heck of a lot of just speed into those darts. I would not want to be the dartboard if Berto was the one up to the line. My goodness, you can actually hear the thumping. I'm not even sure if the microphone picks it up, but you can hear the thumping of those darts hitting the board, striking the board with force. Carignan only able to find 59, so he will be dropping his score down to 220. Both guys inching closer. Carignan, very solid 70.25 average. Berto needs to pick up the pace here. 57's not going to cut it. Not able to find anything good, so 45 found. Carignan, big advantage here if he can find another ton. Even an 80 to put him in outshot range. Again, needs to just kind of keep the arm steady. Needs to keep it collected. Mike has a very animated throw. The big wind-up there. It's not always easy to keep that release the same throw after throw. It's more of an art form than it is anything else. Berto doing very well to find that opening trip 20. The second one just well off. And third dart not able to follow the line of the first one. 70 found, will push his score down to, I believe, 158. So is to an out first. Carignan finding that big one with the first dart. A little bit of worry now. Doesn't want to spend too much time here. These low scores, so only able to find 40, 140 to 158. Both guys, 10 plus, well outside. So Low percentage shots here. Won't go for Berto. Would love to find at least a ton. Does find a ton, so does great work with that third dart. Drop his score down to 58. Mike Carignan, 140. A little bit of a friendlier outshot here, but needs to find this critical first dart. Can't find it, so the chance is gone. Can only look to set up here. Not sure if that's an 85 or an 80. We'll know what he decides to do with his third dart. Looks like that was a 5 found, so it looks like he finds 90 here. See what the scoreboard says. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. Not sure what's going on with the scoreboard. He does find the 90. Double 20 is found for Berto Santos, so clinical 2-dart take there for Berto. Pressure there from Mike Carignan that he was putting on Berto right at the end, but not enough to rattle the cage of Berto. And Mike looking to have a little bit of a cleaner leg here. Again, struggling in the middle of the leg, last leg, not able to really find clean scores. Drifting too often into the 5 and 1s, which will not do here. WPL, you will get punished if you find too many 5s and 1s too often. Looks like Berto's able to find 58 there. So all over the triple 20 segment. Mike Carignan, what can he do with his opening visit here? Oh, excuse me. Again, the scoreboard's relatively slow, so only able to find 60. This is really going to challenge my mental math, folks. I'm actually having to think real hard because I have to get my math right if the scoreboard's going to be slow. Berto only able to find 85 there, so still a great visit, great big bites out of his score. That's the one thing that you want to do more than anything else is if you are going to be playing these really, really tight games where every triple 20 is worth its weight in gold, you just want to at least find one. Just find one. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, but to take those breaks, breathe, find your rhythm, find at least one triple. Even a triple 5, triple 18, triple 12. You can keep your score above 50, even 60. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble down the line here. Of course, the upper levels of professional darts, and it's pretty bad if you're walking away with anything under 100, but this is not one of those games. This is going to be a tight game all the way down the line here, and every single triple, like I said, worth its weight in gold. Mike doing very well to find 81. 76 plus that 5 there at the top. 81 scored. Berto Santos looking to just continue to find his rhythm, find some consistency, doing very well to find 60. And Carignan eyeballing 2-6. Well, might have to refresh the TV scoreboard here, folks. Just doing some technical stuff on the back end here. Might have to refresh this. So hang in there really quick as I try and do this. All right, should have refreshed it, so it should be okay. Maybe faster, we'll see. Berto not able to find anything really solid there. My goodness. Just on the outside margins and not on the right side of the fence. So Mike Carignan working with 204. Finds a very, very big opening dart there. Second one just a little low, but the 140 will do nicely if he can find it, and he does find the big 140. So he will leave himself 64. Great darts there. Berto looking to try and find a big answer of his own. Looks like he can't find the big 140. Might have only found 95. We'll see in a second here. But Mike Carignan does find the 95. Mike Carignan, 64, going to go. Well, he wanted either trip 8 or trip 16 there. So finds another one. 16 scored to leave himself 48. Not happy with that second dart there. A little surprised. But still a good leave regardless. Outside shot here for Berto Santos. 137 remaining. Low percentage shot for sure. but still a chance. You never know. Can't find it, so the combination is busted. Looking to only bring down the score. Would love to have a trip 19. You feel that's the way he's going to go. Can't lock it in, so 59 is found there from Berto. And Mike Carignan looking to come back in this second leg here. Double 16, how many darts is he going to need? Able to find it with that first dart, so Mike Carignan with the immediate response. Hold of throw for both guys, so Berto advantage back in his court. Both guys defending their throw very well. We'll have to see who gets broken if it does happen. If that doesn't happen, Berto will have the advantage in this set because he did win the bull. Mike Carignan looking to... Oh my goodness, our scoreboard is just having all sorts of problems today, folks. Not sure what's going on. Let me try and refresh this really quick. Looks like able to find a ton. Might be 85 there. You know, truth be told, we've actually had a fairly reasonable and fairly successful couple of weeks here with no technical gremlins at the WPL studio. Looks like that scoreboard has sorted itself out. So we're due to have these gremlins come out to play and influence our stream. Looks like the camera has actually moved up a little bit too. Can't seem to adjust that. I'm going to have to do some work in the break here, guys. We're so sorry. But 81 found there from Mike Carignan. Both guys doing quite well in the opening rounds here. Berto looking to fill this segment up. Would love a ton 40 here. Can't find it, can only find the big ton. Not able to walk away with a lot of points. Check in on the other game going on here between Joe Ricard and Ron Sargent. They're currently tied at one leg apiece. More updates to come with that game as we get further into the night. Mike Carignan looking to try and find another. Looks like that dart pushes it outside. My goodness. So close. Might have found 83 there, depending on where that second dart landed. There we go. Dropping that one in there. Slight adjustments. Everything's getting cleaned up, folks. And speaking of cleaning up, Berto needs to clean up these throws. Those types of visits will just hinder him down the scoring portion of the game here. Can't afford to have those types of visits. Mike Carignan looking to just keep himself steady, keep himself collected. Might not be space in there, but man, he proves me wrong and does find the space. My goodness. Might be a ton, might be 85. Can't quite tell with the angle there, but still a great, great job. Looks like it was about a ton, I believe. Berto looking to find his way into that red bit, but just can't do so. Only finding 45. Mike Carignan, 152 remaining. First down to an out. Oh, my goodness. I am not sure what's going on with this scoreboard, guys. Wow. Only able to find 60 there. Maybe 41. Whoa. I'm so not sure what's going on here. Let me go tell one of our interns really quick that we're having technical problems. Just a quick communication with our technical team about what's been going on with our scoreboard. Looks like Mike Carignan is sitting at 111. Able to find 51, so he will be knocking his score down to a comfortable 60. Berto Santos sitting at 197. So I do have some technical support coming in here. He's going to be fiddling around with the technical aspects, so if I am a little distracted, it's because someone else is using the mouse, poking around with stuff here. But Mike Carignan looking at tops, and he does find tops, so great two-dart take there from Mike, breaking Berto finding that critical take. Now he's playing for the set, and he will be leading off here. So great darts there from Mike Carignan. Again, this should be Berto's set to take here, but Mike coming out with a vengeance. Shake of the head there, knows he could be better with this grouping. It's still a solid 60 to lead off here. Berto has to answer with some consistent darts of his own. Looks like he does find one in the triple 20 segment. Can't find another. Wants some more. Only able to walk away with a ton. So there's our technical team. Nick Soldo on the case. We don't have a lot of interns or staff here at the Worcester Premier League, so we all wear a lot of hats. And it looks like there are there are present issues with our tablet, so we are trying to get this sorted out. Might have just been a quick refresh. Computers, no matter how smart they get, they will always be pretty dumb. Sometimes you just have to turn it on and off again. We will see if our scoreboard updates in real time now instead of all bouncing around with the score. Mike able to find a solid 60. Again, Mike doing very well to average quite well here. 70 average so far. Hovering just about. Berto not able to find any triples there, so able to find 60. Able to follow. And Mike Carignan lining back up again, playing quite well. The scoring portion has been there for his game tonight. Great second dart. Wants to find some more. Goes well wide on that third dart, finding 70. So not a great third dart, not finding the correction to stay on that line. And again, we apologize for the scoreboard mistakes. We're not sure what's going on, everybody. We think that it's a Dart Connect issue, not a WPL issue. So we will definitely have to take a break. Definitely after this game, we'll take a break to at least look into the issues, but we'll do the best that we can. That's all we can do. Berto Santos trying to find those corrections. Looks like he does find 45. Mike Carignan, again, just playing a calm and consistent game. We love to see that from Mike. Hasn't had a lot of luck against guys like, Joe Ricard, Ron Sargent, Tom Curtin this season, but doing quite well. I do have the updated scoreboard, a different version in front of me right now. So Mike Carrigan's actually sitting at, I believe, 271. Able to find that 40. Berto sitting at 315. 20 found there for Berto. Needs to make the adjustment. Can't quite grab it. Third dart maybe does drill the center of that segment there with that third dart. Great correction from Berto Santos. Mike Carignan all over this segment so far. Wants to bring it down. Can only find 60. Berto Santos again hovering right above that segment. 2 above there. It looks like he does only find 45 there. So unfortunate third dart. It looks like our technical team is going to look further into this issue again, guys. It's getting close to Halloween here, so we have some ghosts and goblins in our tablet, causing problems, making things go haywire. So I'm trying my best to keep you guys updated on the correct score. But it seems the Dart Connect is acting weird today. Solid darts there from Berto. Not sure what his score is, but wanted trip 15, so close there on that third dart. Yeah, we're not sure what's going on with our tablet tonight, folks. My goodness, if you can't tell, I've been stalling out of my mind, trying my best to commentate, but it is quite tough if we don't know what the proper score is. So maybe things are correct now. We shall see. Carignan should be sitting at 160. Looks like he would love to find a triple 20 to bring that score down. Looks like he can't find it, so 45 maybe? 60 found maybe? Berto well off into the wrong segments there. 1 in 17 found so far. Can't find. Looks like if he did want double 16, he doesn't find it. Carignan, I believe, who is working with 115, finds the first dart. So great opening dart there. 58 remaining, can't find the 18, so certainly a shake of the head, walk around the Aki as he looks to try and find the big correction. 57 remaining now for Mike. Finds the 17, so Mike, updated scoreboard, has left himself 40. Berto Santos is actually currently sitting on 16, I believe. So double 8 needed here for Berto. A little bit of a chit-chat between both guys. Berto Santos wanting double 8. Pulls it inside, so going across the board now to double 4. Well outside, so correction needed here. Can't find it, finds a neighbor, double 13, so unfortunate. So Mike Carignan will have more chances with 40 remaining. Double 20, how many darts is Mike Carignan going to need? This is for the opening set of this game. Breathtaking. Sights it, can't find it. He is a little low with that first dart, so going down to double 10. Pulls it well inside, so a little awkward now up to double 5. It looks like he finds it with that third dart, so Mike Carignan walking away, I believe, with the set victory. Going up 1-0 here against Berto Santos. Indeed, I am correct. He does lock that one in, so our technical team, Nick Soldo, team of 1. He's refreshing the tablet here to make sure that we don't have any issues going forward. Again, we apologize for the unfortunate technical situation that's causing this Dart Connect scoreboard to just go haywire. Hoping that we get all the little gremlins out of the system here as we get ready for our second set. Not sure how long this is going to take, but while we are waiting, guys, it's getting pretty cold. Hey, it was rainy and chilly all day. WPL has some lovely warm merchandise available from our partners, U.S. Sports Apparel. They have helped us get our store up and ready. So if you're looking to be stylish this winter, U.S. Sports and Apparel, guys, go check them out. Go check out that store. Link is in the description of this stream here. So hopefully we've gotten everything figured out, everything reset. Mike Carignan currently back underway here, so finds the critical break on Berto in the opening set. That was Berto's set to win, but big break from Mike. Now puts the pressure on Berto, who has to respond with breaks of his own if he wants to keep his hopes alive. Finds the big triple there, 81 found. Looks like our scoreboard is continuing to have issues here, so 41. Mike sitting at 460, Berto finding 81. The opening round here. Looks like we're having everybody take a look at the tablet. Oh, man, folks. Genuinely, honestly, you know, we truly have been spoiled with the lovely technical setup that we've had these past couple of weeks. Everything has been so smooth. So you know what? We'll take it as we were overdue for some technical problems here. And we are back underway here. Looks like Mike Carignan getting his throw going again. Able to find a solid ton 40. Mike Carignan, big darts there. We'll see if that updates. Finds the ton 40, dropping his score down to 320. Berto working from 420. Would love to find another one in that segment. Does find the big 1-2-1, so great darts from both guys. Mike Carignan operating from 320. Again, scoreboard's not working, so if you are watching live, don't look there. I will tell you what the score is. So now working with 280. Finds the big 60. So Berto Santos working from 299, wants to keep this going all over it really, but not able to find anything, I don't believe. Does find that big ton, so was able to squeak one in there. Mike Carignan working with 260 now. Down to 200. 180 remaining now for Mike Carignan. Looks like he does find that big ton 40. So Mike Carignan, after 4 visits to the board, is leaving himself 120. Berto working from 199. Can only find 41. So a crucial missed third dart. Will drop his score down to 158. But Mike Carignan working from 120. Finds that big one. Can't find the triple, so 21 found, 99 remaining. Does find that 19 switch, so he will leave himself 80. Berto Santos working with 158. Can't find that triple to get things going here. Finding 35 so far. Looks like he does find that 17, so I believe 52 found from Berto Santos. And Mike Carignan working with 80 left. So which way is he going to go? Is he going to go for the triple 20 first? Is he going to go tops? We've seen guys go that route before. It's always stunning when they go that way. But Mike may not be interested in the showmanship aspect of it. Not able to find 2 20s in a row there, so 40 will leave himself 40. Berto Santos finds that first dart. Trying to go for, I think, 28 here. Finds 74. So Mike Carignan working with 40. Mike Carignan has 40 left. Again, so the scoreboard is not updating correctly. Can he find it first dart, having to go down to double 10? Looks like he does find it right in the left corner there, right on the edge. My goodness, small margins for sure. So Berto Santos falling in this opening leg of the second set here. Both guys restarting. Working from 5:01, so again, ignore the scoreboard there, folks. Berto getting things underway with an 81. Mike Carignan getting up to the line here for the first time. Walking off with a 1 scored here, so let's see what he can get going. If he can find that critical third dart, can't lock it in, so only 41 compared to Berto's opening 81. Berto really needing to find his scoring power again. He has such a rhythmic throw. Needs to keep that rhythm consistent. Can't let that arm hitch. Just has to keep it going. So Carignan looking to climb back some critical points here. But these darts are starting to get a little wild. Shake of the head there from Mike. He knows even these small missteps will start to snowball if he can't find triples. And Berto finds the big third, 85 found. Great dart. So Berto sitting at 275. Mike Carignan sitting all the way back at 419, so at risk of falling too far behind here again. Mike Carignan working with 419. Only able to find 60 there. So Berto, who's sitting at 275, would love to continue this lead, continue to grow it. And Berto not able to grab another triple, but still doing very well to grab 81 there. So working with 194 after 4 visits to the board is Berto Santos. Mike Carignan 359, so well behind, has to get things going. Let them go down to the 19s, but that switch will not work out. Again, 7-3 going left and right. Finds the middle eventually, but Berto is really starting to run away with this one. 194 working for Berto. Wants to drop this into outshot territory. That one will do him no favors. Berto finds a 21 with that trip 7 and can't grab a 20 segment, so slow round. but he will leave himself 167. So again, Berto has left himself 167. Mike Carignan 330 remaining. Just not happy with the release of that first one. He knows it just doesn't feel good. 2 darts might be in that 5 segment. Not able to find that correction over to the trip 18. So Berto 167 remaining. Can he find the first part of the combination? Can't find it. So the combo won't go. Probably will go downstairs to trip 19. May stay there. Again, under no pressure from Mike Carignan. Looks like he does go downstairs. Finds the big 3. So a poor correction there from Berto. Wanted to at least find the big 19. But again, Mike Carignan working with 302. So no pressure on Berto here. 302 remaining for Mike Carignan. Ton or ton 40 minimum, you feel. It's just needs to find these big scores now, but might already be thinking about the next leg. Not able to find anything really worthwhile. So unfortunate for Carignan. And Berto Santos working with 124. Scoreboard starting to catch up. Finds the first part of the equation. Berto Santos, 64 remaining. Doesn't have to go 14 bull. Finds the 16. 48 left. Finds 8, so he will leave himself 40. Great darts there from Berto to bring that score all the way down. And that score is not correct. He fired an 84 there, so scoreboard's still acting a little funky. So Berto is sitting at 40. Mike Carignan sitting at 259. Carignan looking for that critical triple, but just can't find it. So now Berto will have at least 6 darts at double 20. How many is he going to need to find this? Only 1, so answer provided by Berto Santos. He finds the most efficient way out of this leg, and we are tied in this second set. 1 leg apiece. Great darts there from Berto. But still early days in this second set. Mike Carignan still has a humongous advantage. Already with 1 set victory, so he is still playing for the game here. Able to get off the line with a 60 scored. So a fairly reasonable start. Berto, what can he do to answer? Wants to go right in the middle if he can find it. Finds 43, so not able to. So give me a quick second to talk to our technical team.
Because I called them. They were like emergency services, and he's like, okay, he's putting out like.
So I've just been told by our technical team, as you guys know him as Nick Soldo, fantastic human being. Seems like Amazon Web Services is causing these scoreboard issues. So when in doubt, we can blame Amazon. I guess we're never getting sponsored by them in the near future, but that's all right. Getting back to the game here. So Mike Carignan is operating from 341, able to find another 60, which will drop his score down to 281. Berto Santos is from 318. So hopefully all these outages that AWS has been having throughout the day doesn't impact us too much. Maybe we can have our scoreboard back in order for the time for the next game. Big ton there fired in from Berto. Nod of the head there from Mike Carignan. He knows that was great darts. Berto, 43, 140 ton. Is his first 9. Mike Carignan finding that big first dart. Just low on the second one. Able to keep those darts in line, finding another ton. So Mike Carignan dropping his score down to 181. Berto Santos working with 218. First 2 darts are in the 2 segment. Able to save the visit there with that great third dart right in the upper left corner of that triple 20 segment. Big find there from Berto to drop his score down to 156. So Berto, 156 remaining, will be first to an out. Mike Carignan working from 181, 161 now. Able to find that second dart in there. So solid 99 find there from Mike Carignan. So even though Berto is first down to an out, Mike is in a little bit better of a position, leaving himself 82. Berto not able to find the first dart in the combination there. So we'll have to correct now. Can't find the 19, but does very well to find that trip 7, whether he wanted it or not. So he will leave his score, after a little bit of math here, leave his score at an even ton. Carignan working from 82, so bullseye first is the way to go. Able to find the double bull. Come on, Mike, double 16. Oh, a spectacular 82 take, folks. I know the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but that is a beautiful take. Bullseye to double 16. Solid 82 finish from Mike Carignan. My goodness. So Mike Carignan is up 2 legs to 1 here in this second set. One more leg needed to dump Berto Santos in the opening round. Secure himself a critical 2 points. Berto able to lead off there with an 85, so Mike Carignan looking to respond with something big of his own here. Not able to find anything, so only finding 43. Berto working from 416. Again, if you are joining us live, ignore that scoreboard. AWS is causing problems with our Dark Connect scoreboard, so try my best to read out the scores as we go along here. Berto able to lock in 22, so not a great follow-up visit to Mike's slow start. No gap or really anything taken advantage of here, but Mike struggling to find the center of this 20 segment, able to find 43, but still back-to-back 43s not going to be good enough. And Berto looking to just hammer away, build off of these mistakes, not able to find much of anything. Can't find that triple 20, 45 found, so both guys a little bit nervy here. Some nervous darts. We'll have to see who's going to break through and really find their form here. Sometimes it's just a matter of time. Sometimes it takes switching to a different number. Mike really struggling here, not finding anything good. Able to find that big 20 there to level out at 30, but still unfortunate round, unfortunate visit here. Berto looking to try and break through. Marking from 349. So it looks like he's only able to grab 60, but 60 is going to be enough in one of these weird legs where nothing's coming easy. 60 will do. We'll take it. Berto not happy with the way this set has been developing, but sometimes you just got to take what you can get. Some guys say here at the WPL, if you can't win ugly, you don't deserve to win at all. And sometimes you just have to try and take those ugly games. Carignan able to find 59. Berto Santos working from 289 now. 289 remaining for Berto. Berto looking to grab that big ton, and he does do very well to make that small adjustment. So Mike Carignan working from 326. Looks like our scoreboard's slowly starting to catch back up to speed here. This is correct scores, which is a major help for me now. I don't have to do quite as much mental math. Thank you guys for hanging in there. To see if this hangs in. So 41 scored from Mike Carignan. Looks like our scoreboard's going back to acting funky again. So 189. Looks like Berto able to squeeze 2 in there. So 129 remaining. If those darts are in there, we'll have to see. 129 potentially remaining. Looks like it is correct, so he does find the big 7 instead of the 19 that he wanted. Solid 127 scored there from Berto. Leave himself 62. And again, Mike Carignan all the way back to 8-5. Really hit or miss legs here where he's either running away with it or just falling well behind. Does very well to secure himself that third dart into that triple 19 segment. But Berto Santos, is he going to let Mike back in with 62 remaining? 52 now here for Berto, going upstairs to 20, maybe taking a step back, going to 12 instead. Finds the big 12, so 1 dart at tops to tie up the set. And he pulls it left to the 5 segment, so 35 remaining now for Berto. Mike Carignan not at an out, 2:06 remaining. Needs a ton or a ton 40 here if he wants to even put any pressure on Berto. First start, little high, needs to make that correction down. Pulls it to the left, so not happy with that correction. Again, another shake of the head here from Mike. Trying his best to stay calm. And again, not able to find that switch down, so Berto will have more opportunities here. Mike sitting all the way back at 152, low opportunity, low percentage shot. Finds a 3, 2 darts at double 16. Needs to walk it in. And he just can't find it, so the low percentage shot all of a sudden presenting itself. Can Mike get it done? 152 to secure the game. We'll see what this first start tells us here. That it's on. The first dart's in there. Second dart's in. Double 16 from Mike Carignan. 152. Oh, and he pulls it inside, but a spectacular attempt there from Carignan. Almost locking in the 152. Berto looking to bail himself out. Pulls it inside. Double 8. Finds the double 8. So what could have been one man's delight with Mike Carignan finding the 152 turns into just stressful relief here for Berto, who locks that in. It looks like our scoreboard is working correctly. All the issues that we were having seem to have resolved themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We are so back. And Mike Carignan is looking to try and get off the line here with something large. Can't quite do it, only able to find 52. We'll have to see if it does respond immediately. So, yes, indeed, we are back, folks. Awesome. Berto Santos off to a flyer of a start here. Wants to have one more in that triple 20 segment. Can't, pulls them both out. So 70 locked in there from Berto. Nothing scary yet. Oh, my goodness. I thought that our scoreboard was freaking out, but Berto just forgot to hit the enter button. So it's all good. So Mike under pressure now to just keep steady here, keep pace with Berto. Doesn't want to risk this going to another set. Seems that our scoreboard has worked itself out, so Mike Carignan able to lock in another 70. So whatever issues, again, that we were having seems to have worked themselves out. Berto looking to keep things going here, wants to elevate that dart, does elevate it up to find himself a ton. So again, both guys keeping each other honest here down the scoreboard. Mike Carignan behind, needs to find at least a 60, would love a ton. In order to put the pressure back on Berto, Mike is defending his throw here, so can't afford to let this one go. This will be the last easy one that Berto would potentially give him here, because Berto will be throwing for the next set. Not able to find that 20 segment, so only finding 41. And so Berto, 3-3-1 now. Just low on that first dart. Does very well to make the minor adjustment. Second dart just pushed outside to 83. So Carignan, again, we've seen this before in the previous leg, starts to slowly fall behind. Needs at least a ton. Both guys playing a pretty decent game here in the mid-60 range, but we need to see some tons here. Only able to walk away with 60, so not enough to catch back up to Berto, who has a big opportunity to really put some space between he and Mike. Wants to find the trip 20, pushes that one out into the 5 segment. Unfortunate dart there. Scoreboard update for everybody. Joe and Ron are locked in a close battle. One set apiece here going into the final set. Both guys averaging 71 for the game, so we'll see how that plays out. But Carignan looking to build off of that spectacular first start. Wants another one. Can't find it. Only able to find 85. So again, good visits. Jumping in front, but not by a lot. Berto Santos, 208. Taking a second to reset. Wants to feel right. Needs to make the correction across. Only finding 10 scored in the first 2 darts, so a disaster of a visit. Not able to find the push over. 15 punched in. Tough darts there for Berto. And Mike Carignan, 193 remaining. Why start at 501 when both guys can start at 193? Said nobody ever. And Carignan looking to try and break his way into that triple 20 segment, but can't get past the dart. Not able to grab the trip 19. Both guys just not able to really dial it in, 61 found from Mike. Will leave himself a nice 1-3-2. But Berto, pressure needs to go now. Only finding 6. The third one has to be good and can't find it. So opportunities now for Carignan to bury Berto Santos. If he can find this 1-3-2, we'll start off on the bullseye here. If he feels the need to try and push it, may not try. Looks like he is going to stay. Well, he was going to go for the double bull there, but very fortunate to have that first one go in there, and that push into that trip one segment just not worth working out. Struggling around the numbers here, both guys. Berto 168 remaining, no out from 168, so he can only set up. Oh my goodness, great stuff so far. 48 remaining now for Berto. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, coming roaring back, leaving himself 32. Fantastic setup there from Berto. Great stuff. 136 fired in. Mike Carignan, pressure. Pressure is on. The 90 must go. 85 remaining now, down to trip 15. Not happy with that dart, needs to reset. Not able to find the trip 15, so a man that we so rarely see rattled or frustrated, starting to let the emotion come through. Not happy, not pleased with these darts. Finds the bullseye. Not sure if that's what he wanted, though. 75 scored, will leave himself 25, and Berto with a much better 32 remaining, siding it up. Oh, looks like he's forced to go double-double. Pulls it outside. Oh, and he pulls it inside, so 24 found. That would have been, well, not what he was planning for, and I could guarantee that from the words that were coming out of the studio there. Not family friendly. Down to double 8 here for Mike Carignan. And he finds it, so that's the game. Trauma, struggles abound, both from the players trying to find their scoring power. Our scoreboard was acting up. But in the end, it goes the way of Mike Carignan, who secures himself a critical 2-0 victory over Berto, and he will push his points total to 4 points as well. So I can confirm that Nick Soldo has dropped down to 7th place. Berto remains in 8th place now. Nick was with the 3 points, Berto with 2. Mike and Rudge, who have secured 2 points tonight, will be moving up into the 5th and 6th position here. So congratulations, Mark, elevating yourself out of the relegation risk zone. Mike barely staying above that line. But now Nick Soldo, Berto Santos, pressure on the coming weeks here to lock in some points. Well, going back to the Marty cam here, folks. Again, sincerely apologize for all the technical issues that we were having. It's not our fault. We actually got on the phone with Dark Connect TV, and they were saying that all the drama that was going on with Amazon Web Services was interfering with their servers, so it's causing that weird disconnect between the scoreboard and the players, but able to get it figured out. Hopefully we don't have any more gremlins like that tonight, and we are going to take a few minutes, run a couple ads, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the semifinals coming up very shortly. See you guys very soon.
Looking for your next night out in Worcester? Tee Up Tap Room is the place to be. With 5 golf simulator bays, more than 20 dartboards, a full bar and kitchen, and leagues for both golf and darts running year-round, Tee Up is the go-to spot for competition and community. Swing by Tee Up Tap Room at 70 James Street in Worcester and see why it's the city's home for golf, darts, and good times. Balboni Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards to accessories and apparel, they're the one-stop shop for any player looking to stock up or upgrade. Whether you're stepping up to the line for the first time or competing for trophies and checks, Balboni Darts is the store that the champion selects. Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. From embroidered polos to customized uniforms and fan gear, they have the expertise and the people to do it all. Their catalog includes spiritwear, athletic equipment, and promotional items. From mugs and golf balls to jackets and hoodies, everything is branded to your specifications. For gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right. Looking for a way to support the Worcester Premier League directly? Check out our coffee page. Every dollar donated goes right back into the league, helping us cover operations and build a bigger prize pool for the players. Your support makes it possible for us to keep the WPL growing season after season. Once again, your donation helps us keep the competition thriving and the darts flying. Visit our page at coffee.com/WPLdarts to make a contribution today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hey folks, Steven, Marty, Martinez here on the microphone here in the WPL studio. Man, what a wild time that we had in that previous game. It turns out the technical difficulties that we were experiencing were not our fault. So even though we've had 4 weeks technical difficulty free streaming action, we unfortunately ran into some issues, but it wasn't our fault. It was Amazon Web Services. Dark Connect uses them to run their servers and whatnot. Technically, it wasn't their fault either. They've been having problems all day today, Amazon has. So you know what? We're not going to count that against us. We've had 5 perfect weeks of streaming here, folks. Try my best there to keep everybody updated on the correct score. So we got through that game, but it did resolve itself. We have confirmed that everything is working properly, so now we're crossing our fingers and hoping that everything stays strong for the rest of the night, because we have these two guys getting ready to battle it out here. My goodness, Tom Curtin let a couple of legs slip in his game against Justin Burke and Mike Carignan, advancing to the second round, securing himself 2 big points here, which pushes him in front of Nick Soldo and Berto Santos. So congratulations, Mike, on finding those 2 big points. Give these guys a couple more warm-ups here, but the big news of the evening to everybody who is watching live, oh my goodness, last week's winner, Joe Ricard, has fallen. He has been bested by Ron Sargent, who will be moving on to face off against Mark Rudge in the left side semifinal here. So congratulations, Ron. Spectacular win. Ron is still looking for his very first night win, but he has ran, unfortunately, into Tom Curtin, Joe Ricard. So running into some pretty brutal opponents in the final game there. But we'll see. Maybe Ron, the stars might be aligning for him tonight, knocking out Joe in the first round. We'll see who he will go on to face if he gets past Mark Rudge. Again, Rudge has been playing some spectacular stuff too, so maybe 1 or 2 things to say in that regard. We'll see when everyone's firing away the Worcester Premier League. Man, we love it so much. Give these guys the go-ahead here. Let them know that they're all ready to go here. So, final warm-ups. Going for the bull here. Mike Carignan will be leading off in the diddle for the middle. Again, sometimes they call it a diddle instead of a who shoots for bull. I believe that's a Midwest thing. That's where they say that. Not sure how that came to be or how that originated, but sometimes if you go to a tournament, you'll hear that and you go, what the heck are they talking about? What am I listening to? It's just one of the weird regional things in darts here that got to get used to. But here we go. Tom Curtin leading off now. This will be his throw. His set technically, so he will be launching away here with a big ton out of the gate. My goodness, no time wasted. Mike Carignan, we saw last game, struggled a little bit to find the consistent scoring. We know that Mike has the game in him, but he has been struggling a little bit with his arm. Not able to find that consistency in there. Again, we see that on display. Unfortunately, not able to get off the line in a hurry here. We'll need to do, a lot more damage onto that 20 segment. He wants to keep pace with this man right here, who's not really following up. There's that third dart that's in there. My goodness. Finding a 76 there to save the visit. Mike Carignan working all the way back from 480. Wants at least 3 straight darts here, all in the 20 segment. Triple would be nice. But, when you are struggling in the middle of a game or even the start of just whenever, the best thing that you can do is aim high. Solid 20s. Find consistent scores. Don't let your mind panic. Even if it is 1 or 2 rounds there, you just want to settle your brain, find the consistent scoring, and not get yourself too worked up. Yes, triples are important. Yes, the big scores are what win games, but you know what? If you are struggling, you just need to prove to yourself that you can keep those darts flying straight and where you want them to go. Mike only able to find 40 there. Tom working from 265, so a little far behind here. Great first dart there from Tom Curtin. Won't find that second one. That one will dip a little low, so 76 found. under the 200 mark here, wants a big third, can't quite navigate that dart into that red bit, so only able to find, oh, he does find two in there. My bad, folks. 134 found there from Tom Curtin. Wow, that second dart, I wasn't even aware that it managed to find its way in there. My goodness. I'm getting pushed left, right, and center here with my math knowledge, having to keep live count of a game because the scoreboard wasn't working. Now my glasses are failing me. It's been a tough night here at the WPL studio, folks. My goodness. Tom Curtin not able to find the 1-3-1 combination starter, but able to find that big third. 91 found. So he will leave himself 40 after 5 visits to the board. Not a pedestrian start here from Tom Curtin. Quite the opposite. Some fantastic stuff on display. Mike Carignan can really only hope and pray 370 back. Will not be pressuring Tom anytime soon with this visit. Only finding 60. A little bit more of just a confidence booster around there from Mike, who will already be thinking about the next leg. Tom Curtin dropping that first start a little low and finds it with the second one, but that's something that we saw last week as well, where Tom, my goodness, even my names are getting all mixed up. Tom was really stretching and reaching for the double 20, double 5, even double 1 segment there right at the very top of the board. A little bit of a conversation that I had with Tom after the fact last week. You know, he just said that the upper portion of the board not really feeling comfortable right now. Really having to stretch for it. Not always the case. Sometimes it's as good as it gets, but, you know, we have those months, those weeks where sometimes the number's just not as comfortable as it used to be for whatever reason. Nothing wrong with it. It just happens. Able to find the big ton there. For everybody that's still tuning in live, appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting our streams. Really hope that these past couple of weeks of action here have been exciting. And again, your support and your views mean everything to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Be sure to give a lot of support to all of our sponsors here. You can see them. Oh my goodness, 2 darts in there. Come on, Tom, fill it up. Oh, not able to find the 180, only able to find the ton 40, but still a great round, great visit there from Tom Curtin. But as I was saying, you guys, if you guys can spread some love to our sponsors, Tee-Up Tap Room, Balboni Darts, U.S. Sports and Apparel, guys, all of their information's on our website. Solid ton there from Mike Carignan. All of their information's on our website. We have all of their links down in the description of this stream. They have done a tremendous job of supporting the WPL this season. So please, if you have a spare moment, go check out their sites. Go give them some love, guys. They are here in the Worcester area, so you really don't have an excuse if you're around here. Go check them out. Tom Curtin finding the big 80 there, dropping his score down to 181. Fantastic average so far with a 94.73. My goodness. Mike Carignan a little under the gun here, trying to just find some consistent darts. Might already be mission accomplished here for Mike Carignan, who just got past the first round, finding those critical 2 points. But none of these guys will ever be satisfied with just that. They want it all. They want it now. And Tom Curtin, 181 remaining, wants to get out of here in a hurry. Won't be able to find the outshot because he just can't get out from 181, but 35 found so far. Wants to try and fire it in there. Unfortunately, goes a little high again, only finding 55. So first down to an out, leaving himself 1-2-6. Mike Carignan still well behind at 2-5-2. Again, doing well to just try and keep his arms centered. Just a tough miss there with that first dart. Needs the big correction here. Not able to elevate that third dart. Goes even lower. So 55 found, chugging along here, but no pressure on this man. Working from 1-2-6. Wants to find triple 19 for 76. Won't grab it. So 38 found so far. Might stay there. Goes for the triple 16. Fine. Great darts. Great work. 86 found. Again, doesn't have to go for those types of shots, but again, Tom Curtin, he's that guy. Doesn't matter if there's no pressure. He's going to leave himself those types of darts every single time. Going to play his best game regardless of the circumstances, and good visit there from Mike Carignan, who's able to pick up some solid points. 83 found, dropping his score down to 114. So slight pressure. Tom doesn't want to wait around, and he won't. First dart is the killer for that leg. So 2 legs on the spin here for Tom Curtin. Mike Carignan at risk of falling behind a little quickly here. Certainly quicker than he would have liked, not having his best game, 52.55 average. Tom having a monster of a game with 91.09. My goodness. Not able to grab the big triple, only able to find 555. So 55 to lead off. Mike giving some love to the other game going on right now. Love that camaraderie here that we have. The WPL. The other live game that's going on right now is Mark Rudge and Ron Sargent. Ron Sargent had a very, very strong performance against Joe Ricard, actually coming back. 1 set down to win, 2 sets to 1. So we'll see how well Mark Rudge holds off against Ron in the Dreamboat. But Tom Curtin looking to try and find the middle section. Can't do it, only able to grab 60. Mike Carignan looking to keep pace here. Tom's not too far in front, so still plenty of opportunity to jump back in and take the lead. And again, we've seen that dart find its way right on the wrong side of that wire multiple times tonight for Mike. Not able to make the small micro adjustments, but not really missing by much either. It's so tough. And those types of nights when you're just off by a millimeter or two can get so frustrating because they're not bad darts. And the adjustments you need to make are so fine and so small. The only thing that you can really do is just keep throwing and hope for the best. Don't let it get to you. Again, just slightly off again into that 111 segment going down, only finding a big 3. So Mike really struggling here. 24 found, I believe. And Tom Curtin working from 286 under no pressure, other than the pressure he puts on himself, to continue the pace that he has been going at. And it's been quite rapid, that's for sure. Able to find 2 triple 20s there. Big 140 found, dropping his score down to 146. Solid dart, shake of the head there from Mike Carignan. He's accepting his fate this leg, but you know, you're also playing against a guy who's having a fantastic game, and sometimes, you know what, that's all you can do. A solid first dart there from Carignan, wants to follow. And he does find the big 140 answer, so great darts there from Mike Carignan. Solid visit. Tom Curtin, 146, would just love to have this in his cap for his own sake. 86 remaining. Can't find the trip 18 to leave himself 32. 82 remaining. Wanted the bullseye to try and tidy that up to leave himself double 16, but it goes wide. So maybe not the right choices there from Tom Curtin, leave himself 69. A couple people here in the Worcester area that would scream 69 on the board with that left over. Shout out to the team that plays out of Half Moon Tavern, 69 all the time. You'll see those jerseys walking around at local tournaments and league nights here in the Worcester area. Great team name, great guys, everybody who's played on that team. Mike Carignan only able to find 32, so Tom Curtin looking to clean up this 69. Not sure if that's a 19 or a 3. I believe it's a 19. Finds a 10 for 1 dart at double top. And he takes it with that 3rd dart, so walking his way around the board and getting out in a hurry. 69 is no issue for Tom Curtin, who punches his way out of that set. 3 legs to nothing. Solid darts there from Tom Curtin, my goodness. Mike Carignan under pressure, but again, if you are going to lose a set, you know what? You want to lose a set that you're never going to lead off of. A little bit of frustration on display from Mike Carignan. Just hasn't had the best time getting his arm to line up, and really seems like he's struggling to put those darts where he wants them to. So we'll see how this plays out. Tom Curtin wanting to lead off with a big visit of his own here, wants to punish the opening missteps from Mike Carignan. Only able to find 55, so not a spectacular way to get going, but still plenty of time here for both guys. Mike, first dart's a little high and wide, wants to bring it down. Great guide on that 2nd dart. And he finds the big correction into that trip 20 segment. Great work there from Mike to make those corrections. take big bites out of the score. Tom Curtin, again, a little bit of that push there on display. But seeing that again with the upper portion of the board here for Tom, just a little push of the arm, making it seem a little tough. Again, darts is not an extremely hard game on the body, but sometimes when you do have to go for those upper segments, it can force you to push, can force you to get a little loose with your stance. And Mike just not having a great time here with his darts. Those errant darts into the 1 and 5s have been driving this man nuts tonight. Tom Curtin very, very, very close with that first dart. Able to make the correction with that second one. Wants a ton 40. Looks like he's only able to find a ton. So chances here for Mike Carignan to keep this momentum going. Only 50 points back. Can still jump in front if he gets a big ton plus take here. Not able to find that correction on that second dart, but again, so close in the third dart. The arm pushing it well wide. So unfortunate, so unlucky. So opportunity back in the hands of Tom Curtin, who's going to try and build up a solid lead here. Not able to find that trip 20 segment. Can't grab it this visit. All over. Come out with your hands up. You're surrounded. But again, not able to kick the door down. Not able to get inside that red bit. And Mike Carignan, 306, still able to keep pace, but needs to find some pretty hefty darts here if he wants to keep Tom honest here. Needs to find the triple. Finds the big ton. Great way to keep things going. Mike Carignan slipping that third dart in there. Great work. And here comes the Emperor, who is quite angry. Oh, my goodness. 2 darts. Are we going to see the ton 80? Oh, I think that's a little wide, folks. 125, 135, maybe? 125 indeed, so no ton 80. But still, Tom, monster average so far with 85.82. Mike Carignan needs a ton if he wants to try and keep some semblance of pace here. A 60 will not do. It'll bring him down to an out, but it's going to be a low percentage shot. Not able to find that ton, so advantage significantly for Tom Curtin here. 116, very, very friendly out. That first dart, of course, is going to blow up any semblance of that combo working out for him. Only finding 21 here. And while he corrects this one, what do I mean by low percentage shots, friendly outs? Again, if you can have really anything under 120 is pretty friendly. You just don't want to have to go all around the board with triple segments. You want to keep everything either in the same place, like this guy's doing right here. Oh, my goodness, 114, 32 remaining. Oh, my goodness, Mike Carignan not able to find the 146 check. This guy has been so close tonight. Oh, my goodness, great effort. Mike Carignan. Wow. Seemingly out of nowhere, Carignan just comes out with these crazy, crazy bids, but Tom, anticlimactic, rather evil, taking it out rather unceremoniously, finding his way the end of that leg, taking that leg in his name here, but wow, still have to respect the bid here from Mike Carignan. That was so close. And Tom doing very well to grab that third dart in that trip 19 right in the corner. Scoreboard update for everybody. Ron Sargent is leading Mark Rudge 1-0, but Rudge certainly making a game of it. Pushing Ron. Both guys averaging in the mid to high 60s here, so we'll see who comes out on top in that game. Certainly a lot of darts to go. A lot more legs to play between those two guys, but back to this game here. Tom Curtin looking to continue his march down the scoreboard. Wants to put another week in his name here. Again, both he and Joe have been trading weeks back to back. Joe has been knocked out tonight, falling to Ron Sargent in the first round, so Tom knows that he's going to have a game on his hands in the finals, whoever makes it, Rudge or Ron, but Certainly going to be eyeballing another win here. Mike Carignan wants another one in there, able to find the big ton. So way to go, Mike, for keeping those darts nice and steady, nice and easy now. And Tom Curtin fires back with that immediate find. Second one pushes out, may go downstairs, may stay there. Does choose to stay there. Oh my goodness, the points are practically on top of each other. No space. I believe those points were sharing the same hole in the board. Can tell from the look on Mike's face, he couldn't believe that those darts were that close either. My goodness. Mike doing a lot better now to keep these darts at least in the same segment. Solid back-to-back tons here from Mike. Great darts. This is what I'm talking about, folks. If you're not able to find the big bites down the line, sometimes just keeping the darts steady will present those opportunities. And here's an opportunity for a big maxi. It won't go, only finding the 140, but you know what? That's all right. Look at that $1 million smile here from Mike Carignan. Oh, my goodness. If anybody's a dentist, they need a spokesperson for their dental practice, come on, hire this guy. Mike Carignan, he's got a $1 million smile. Lovely, lovely gentleman, and he's a fantastic human being, too, aside from being so handsome. But then again, that's everybody here at the WPL. Certainly a good-looking bunch from everybody here. And Tom looking for a good-looking take. If he can find double 20, he looks like he's just low. So out of nowhere, it turns ugly. Unfortunate. It was a good effort there from Tom Curtin. Mike Carignan sitting all the way back at 2-3-1, so no pressure on Tom, who will have more darts, but wants to get down to an out to put at least a little bit of pressure on him. Not able to follow through again with that second dart pushing wide. Not able to grab the triple either. 45 will not bring him down to an out, so Tom Curtin will have 6 darts regardless of what happens. And it's not like he's going to need it anyway, so Tom locking in and finding that double 10. And we are on the verge of Tom Curtin making it again to a weekly final here, unless Mike Carignan can go on the run of his life and really put on the hurt here. But the first dart is a little bit of a knife in the back here for Carignan, not able to find the big visits and just all over the board. So unfortunate. So Tom lining up to the Aki, wants to punish. Wants to find that trip 20. Wants to find the trip 20. He does find the trip 20. Again, he's one of those few human beings who plays this game, and it's almost like triple 20 is guaranteed. And I'm not even trying to say that because I'm trying to gas him up or anything. It's just watching so much of Tom's games this season and last season. He really does a great job of making sure that his arm stays put, his form stays put. He's not getting too weeble-wobbly with his arm. He's staying nice and straight. And those darts that you see that seem to go effortlessly in and around that segment, that's years of practice paying off. Ton 40 locked in there from Tom Curtin. Great visit. He's no stranger to these types of stressful games, close matches. He's really starting to run away with it now. 88.06 average, not letting Mike's struggles here really distract him from the task at hand. He wants to put up big numbers every time that he goes to the board. So a little bit of another push there. You could see it on the lean here from Tom Curtin. 2 darts in the one segment, a little bit of a reset. Might have found that triple 20, might be low, only finding 22, so the rare poor visit from Tom Curtin. Mike really has to take care of his arm now and find these big numbers. Needs to capitalize on those slow visits. Does find a trip 19, would love another one. Only able to find 95, wanted at least one more triple 19 for a ton 33. Bringing it closer, but Tom still in front. Pushing that one out to the 5 segment. Not able to find the adjustment down. Looks like he's going downstairs. Can't find it either. So 2 back-to-back poor visits here from the Emperor. Not a happy man. And all of a sudden, Mike Carignan, who's trying to find some momentum in this comeback, might be getting some visits some rounds handed to him here. We'll have to see what he does. Wants to find at least one triple. Does find the triple, so 95 again. Found for Mike Carignan, who has now jumped out in front, not to an out, so Tom Curtin still has the advantage here if he can get down to an out. Will get down to an out now, so now what will he leave himself with? Leave himself 1-2-6 after finding that ton. Mike Carignan stuck. 182 is no way home. Can only look to set up here and needs to set up with something quite nice. Ton minimum. Of course, when I say a ton, I mean 100 to everybody who's not used to the vernacular here at the WPL. I think the look on Mike's face, no explanation needed. Does very well to find that third dart, but frustration, born from frustration. Able to find that 74. Brings his score down to 108, but Tom Curtin 126, very gettable. Looks like first dart's 19. Able to find the 76 for the bullseye. Oh, and he finds it, and that seals the deal with that button pressed. The missiles have been launched, and the Emperor goes back to the finals. Wow. Such a great job by Mike Carignan. Look at that smile again. He knows that he had quite a task ahead of himself taking out Tom Curtin. It was never going to be easy. Tom really just clinching it with that great double bull finish. My goodness, folks. Hey, you have to give a lot of credit to Mike there, who was able to really push Tom towards the end of that game. But you know what? Tom is on top of the standings for a reason. It's because he's able to show up consistently, have great darts, big checkouts, and even when your opponent is not playing their best, he still pushes himself to really have a monster average. I think he finished, 88, 85 average, something like there with the end of the game. Go back to the board view. Oh, indeed, 85.89. My goodness. So as Mike and Tom discuss the game, congratulations again, Mike, for finding those crucial 2 points. But everybody who is still tuning in, watching, we will be waiting on the results of Mark Rudge and Ron Sargent. Rudge is actually leading that game. I'm looking at my little scoreboard right here. Rudge is leading set 2, 2 legs to nothing. So we'll see how that turns out, folks. But for the meantime, we're going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Be right back in a few minutes. WPL Season 3, Week 5. There we go. Be right back, folks.
Balboni Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards to accessories and apparel, they're the one-stop shop for any player looking to stock up or upgrade. Whether you're stepping up to the line for the first time or competing for trophies and checks, Balboni Darts is the store that the champion selects. Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. From embroidered polos to customized uniforms and fan gear, they have the expertise and the people to do it all. Their catalog includes spiritwear, athletic equipment, and promotional items. From mugs and golf balls to jackets and hoodies, everything is branded to your specifications. For gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right. Looking for your next night out in Worcester? Tee Up Tap Room is the place to be. With 5 golf simulator bays, more than 20 dartboards, a full bar and kitchen, and leagues for both golf and darts running year-round, Tee Up is the go-to spot for competition and community. Swing by Tee Up Tap Room at 70 James Street in Worcester and see why it's the city's home for golf, darts, and good times. Looking for a way to support the Worcester Premier League directly? Check out our coffee page. Every dollar donated goes right back into the league, helping us cover operations and build a bigger prize pool for the players. Your support makes it possible for us to keep the WPL growing season after season. Once again, your donation helps us keep the competition thriving and the darts flying. Visit our page at coffee.com/WPL Darts to make a contribution today.
First dart, 19. Leaves himself 86, so trip 18. Finds the trip 18 for double 16 again. Come on, Ron. He missed it on the first go. Will he find it on the second go? Oh, he pulls it in. It's in. My goodness, 105 take there for the Dreamboat. What a take. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic setup play. Rudge finds that triple, so he's going to have one dart at double 18. And he finds it. Solid 116 take there from Rudge. Speaking of scoring, I have a little bit of a score update for everybody. Tom Curtin's currently leading. Mike Carignan, 1-0. Oh, big 170 there from Justin Burke. Solid darts there. And it's in there. A clinical 170-32 follow-up. Immediate pressure. Taking a deep breath. Knows that that's going to be a tough act to follow, but doing well to get underway. 2 in there. Come on, Berto. Fires in the big 180 answer. 7 for Nick Soldo here. 19's really finding a home here. 2 found. Oh, Nick, come on, fill it up. Oh, he does find the big 171. All of a sudden, he was having to work hard to try and knock it down to 100. Might have some extra time here. 2 darts at tops. And a clinical 100 take. Bringing it closer. Ron, there's that spectacular first dart. Finds 2. Are we going to steal 180? Going downstairs, it looks like. And he finds the big visit. 2 and out first here. Ron doing some corrections on the scoreboard, looks like. Really some spectacular stuff on display from Joe. Ron trying to keep pace. 2 in there. Can he fill it up? Does. Big 180 found from the Dreamboat. Joe Ricard eyeing up 119. Finds the big 19 there. Going back upstairs for triple 20. Finds it. 1 dart at double top, his favorite. And he finds the big 119 take. Ron looking to keep this going. That's another perfect dart. 2 perfect darts. Oh, he's going to fill it up. No, he's going down instead. Oh, the big 177. Ron Sargent on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Right in the top left corner there. Perfect first dart. Dead center, I think. Oh, the Emperor looking to fill it up. Oh, big 180. Big answer. Marooned on 180 Island. Joe Ricard with FedEx packages abound. We're talking volleyball in the 140. Wow, my goodness. Aim here, Justin doing very well to keep pace. Joe might be telling himself off a little bit here. Are we going to see him fill it up? It looks like a big 180 there from Joe Ricard. Solid start. 3 darts in. That's 4. 5 darts in. Ladies and gentlemen, that's back-to-back 180s. I don't know if you're excited, but if you're not, you better start getting excited. Himself 148 and first 2 and out. Tom Curtin, well, he's angry, folks. He's upset, and he's going to look to fill it up. Tom Curtin for the big 180, and he does find the big 180. Will not let this slip. Joe has to find the combination. Finds the first one. Second dart's in. Bullseye. No ball, man. We move on. We try and fight, see what we can get in this leg, but we continue to persist. Double 18. Just high. Great guy, though. And a solid 93 take from Justin Burke. Caster math is not going well this late at night. Tom, fine. Oh, looks like it's just wide, I believe. Oh, and he finds it. Unbelievable take there. Third. Joe, 98 left. 78 remaining. Finds the big 54. And he finds the big double 12. Unbelievable take there, 98. Joe Ricard 151. This would be a spectacular take. Finds the first part down to 17s. Second dart found. Tops. Oh, what a take from Joe Ricard. Beauty.
Albony Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards to accessories and apparel, they're the one-stop shop for any player looking to stock up or upgrade. Whether you're stepping up to the line for the first time or competing for trophies and checks, Albony Darts is the store that the champion selects. Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. From embroidered polos to customized uniforms and fan gear, they have the expertise and the people to do it all. Their catalog includes spiritwear, athletic equipment, and promotional items. From mugs and golf balls to jackets and hoodies, everything is branded to your specifications. For gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right. Looking for your next night out in Worcester? Tee Up Tap Room is the place to be. With 5 golf simulator bays, more than 20 dartboards, a full bar and kitchen, and leagues for both golf and darts running year-round, Tee Up is the go-to spot for competition and community. Swing by Tee Up Tap Room at 70 James Street in Worcester and see why it's the city's home for golf, darts, and good times. Looking for a way to support the Worcester Premier League directly? Check out our coffee page. Every dollar donated goes right back into the league, helping us cover operations and build a bigger prize pool for the players. Your support makes it possible for us to keep the WPL growing season after season. Once again, your donation helps us keep the competition thriving and the darts flying. Visit our page at coffee.com/WPLdarts to make a contribution today. Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been
Ladies and gentlemen, back to the Marty Cam here. If you have made it to the end of the night, thank you so much for tuning in and being here. Guys, Steven, Marty, Martinez, thank you so much for joining us on this spectacular night of darts, Week 5. Again, we have crossed the halfway point here, the WPL Season 3. Every game has mattered so much more. The action has been so intense, even though it's chilly. Man, the darts have been hot tonight. But going to the bracket here, boy, getting too silly and whatnot on camera. Going to the bracket here, man, we've had quite a night of games. Going all the way back to the opening round, Tom Curtin took out Justin Burke 2-0. Mark Rudge fought his way through Nick Soldo 2-1. Very close game there. Both guys were shooting pretty comparable to each other, but Mark able to get the one up on Nick. Mike Carignan taking out Berto Santos 2-0, and Ron Sargent defying Joe Ricard, denying him the chance to go back-to-back, going to the finals. But, man, Ron has been playing some great stuff. But crucially, critical points found for Mark Rudge and Mike Carignan tonight. They have pushed their way up the standings, and I believe they have dropped Berto and Nick into the risky relegation zone with 2 weeks of regular season action remaining. So anything can happen here with the standings. We'll see how this develops. But going on to the semifinals from both sides, Ron Sargent took out Mark Rudge 2-0. Very close second set. Ron Sargent, hey, buddy. Ron Sargent was on the little camera there. He was waving to everybody. Ron Sargent took out Mark Rudge 2-0, and Tom Curtin took out Mike Carignan 2-0. So if we go to the board view here, look at these jokesters and whatnot. Let me give them the go-ahead. And so they're getting their final warm-ups in. Again, the hat really has been the difference maker tonight for Tom Curtin. You don't know, it might just be a white hat, black hat, baseball cap situation. You know, Ron Sargent's going to be leading off with the bull, I believe, so he will be going first in our PDC bull. That's how we do things here at the WPL. You got to get in the pool, got to get in the bullseye if you want to start the game. Ron getting things underway, finding that green bit. Let's see what this man has to say. And he, too, joins Ron, that single bull. So hopefully we don't have a situation when we go for a couple of minutes, determining, well, who's going to start the game. But Tom Curtin looking to follow up with another single bull of his own here. Ron Sargent, maybe? Green bit? Question mark? Answered. It's a green bit again. Here we go. Another battle of the bulls here at WPL Studio. Love to see these guys try and get the one up on each other. It's a game within a game, and Ron able to find the single bull, looking towards the camera there, towards all the viewers at home. Tom Curtin finding the green bit. So the beat goes on. Oh, come on, guys. Keep this going. This is for the game. This is for the night. Whoever wins this bull wins the night. And another green bit found. All these guys allergic to the red bit. Double bull, no thank you. I'll take the green bit. Thank you very much. And Ron is the first to flinch. So Tom Curtin will be leading off here in our Week 5 final. Couple of laughs, couple of chuckles from both guys, as they know that that's always funny whenever it takes a little while to get the starting order figured out. And Tom Curtin doing very, very well to lead off with a strong start here. Solid ton. Ron waving towards the camera here. You got to love the Dreamboat, man. He's setting sail. Apparently, he was sending a message to Emily. I think Rudge and Emily are celebrating 4 years together, 4-year anniversary. So congratulations, guys. Ron certainly loves you guys very much. Sending all of his well wishes. So if you guys are tuning in live or have the game up, just know that Ron's thinking about you. And back to this game here, Tom Curtin, big 1-2-5 found here. So Ron had some good averages tonight, 73.44 in the quarterfinals, 71.22 in the semis against Rudge. Will need to find that extra gear and does find the big ton 40 if he wants to push Tom Curtin to his limit. But Tom, no slowing down, 112 average so far. Wants a ton 40 drop his score down, can only walk away with the ton, so just outside of outshot territory. Ron Sargent, only been 2 visits to the board, but he's already at risk of falling behind. My goodness. Not able to drop that dart in, only able to find 60. Tom Curtin, huge advantage now. If he can find a ton 40 or even a ton, he will be sitting pretty here at the next turn. Needs to try and get around this awkward dart, though. Might be tough. Does find his way through. And he's able to put 2 in there. Spectacular ton 40 find with a blocker in the way from Tom Curtin. Great darts. Now Ron needs to try and clean up this visit here. That first dart was mighty awkward, and he's not able to pick up the pieces. So Tom Curtin, baseball cap and all, wants double 18 to take the opening leg of this set. And whoa, my goodness, I thought that was in. Needs to drop it a little lower. Deflected off. Adjustments not made. Another stretch there, you could tell from Tom Curtin. Really reached on that third dart to try and force it through. So more darts here for Ron Sargent, but he's crucially not in range. So all he can do is hope that more misses are coming from Tom Curtin. That's not something that you want to bet a lot of money on here, folks. Tom eyeballing double 9. Finds it with that first dart, so the prophecy remains true. Relying on Tom to make mistakes is not the way you want to go, but Tom was defending his throw. That leg. So if you are going to lose a leg of darts, you want to lose when it's the other guy's throw, not your own. You don't want to get broken off the get-go here. And wow, 140 fired in from Ron Sargent, so right back on his feet. Not letting that previous leg story impact modern history. Tom looking to make that adjustment down. Can't grab that trip 19 switch, so Ron has the advantage here, but needs to keep the momentum. Ron is such a momentum player, watching these past couple of weeks. When he's on, scoring big, he carries that momentum through, and he finds sequential back-to-back big visits. Not here, but loves to try and keep that going. Tom trying to find this triple 20. Would love to put another one in there. Not sure how much space is left. Can't quite grab it, only finding the ton. So Ron Sargent, advantage 302, but needs at least 60-plus here to keep away. 2 in there. Are we going to see the big 180 from Ron Sargent? The Dreamboat can't fill it up. Oh, my goodness. Great darts, though, from Ron Sargent. Already down to 162 after 3 visits to the board. Tom Curtin, now he's behind. This is what I mean by holding your throw. Ron's already off to a big advantage, but Tom Curtin looking to flip the script with a big 180. Solid darts. Still not at an out, though. Ron Sargent sitting at 162. Tom Curtin 179. So Ron really needs a triple here. Looks like he just barely grabs that trip 18. Might be a trip 4. Depends on the wire. It's only a trip 4. Wow. Shadow darts even getting the best of me tonight, folks. Score is down to 112. Tom Curtin still marooned on 179, but depending on what he can do with these next 2 darts, still not a bad second. Only able to grab the 99, so 80 remains now for Tom Curtin. Ron Sargent working with 112. 96 remaining now. Looks like, not sure if he was trying to go for trip 18. Not sure what the choice or decision was there, but questionable way to go. Maybe my caster math is wrong, very possible. Tom Curtin will need to expend one more dart to leave himself double 20. And it's not found again, the reach, the frustration on display from Tom Curtin. He knows he's pushing to try and force it through, so opportunities now for the Dreamboat. We'll need to expend another dart, unfortunately. 1 dart at tops. And it's taken. 1 dart is all he needs. Ron Sargent firing back. An 18 dart leg to answer Tom's opening leg here. So both guys getting a feel for things here, finding their way through the scoring section of the game, finding their way through the doubles, but still pretty neck and neck down the line here. Looks like Tom firing in a 1-2-3. He does. So no slow starts found anywhere. Both guys getting off the line quite nicely. Ron Sargent, big correction needed. Needs the 95. Goes way wide on that correction. Unfortunate for all those eagle-eyed viewers there. You're trying to get a look at Ron's jersey. He's wearing a very special Arter Creative custom jersey. Of course, everybody who knows Chromie in the darting community, that's his company. He has made that shirt for a select group of people. It's probably one of the funniest jerseys that you'll see here in the Worcester area because it has all the sponsor sections blank, and the name for every jersey just says your name on it. It's a great jersey. It's hilarious. If you see one, you've seen something quite special, and that's a special visit there from Tom Curtin. Oh, my goodness, not a ton. Excuse me, I retract that statement. Only able to find 81. Ron needs to pick up the pace here. Wants another one. Unfortunate. Might be a tough block to get around. Going downstairs. Finds the big 137. So a great, great switch. Ron got more or less iced out on that second dart from staying on those 20s. Does very well to go downstairs and make it work. Poor second dart there. And again, to all of our lip readers, we apologize for the non-family friendly remarks made by Mr. Curtin. We hope the FCC isn't watching. We hope that we don't get fined. Of course, Ron Sargent is looking to try and build off of that poor visit. Does find the big ton, so he will leapfrog in front. Tom being pushed, but again, Ron not on an out. Tom will be the first down to an out. Needs to really find this trip 20 here. Has to work to get around it. He goes wide, so 41 found. Maybe a little bit of cage rattling going on here. Ron Sargent getting under the skin of Tom Curtin. Looks like a little bit of a scoreboard error. Again, we've had our share of scoreboard difficulties tonight, but that one is 100% not our fault. So both guys actually not at outs. Ron Sargent will have the first look to set himself up here. Trying to find an 18 or 19, finds the 19. So Tom Curtin working with 165. No way home, wants to leave himself a one-darter or two-darter now. Not able to grab that triple, so Ron will come back with 107. It's looking like it's not going to be too far out from what Tom will leave himself, only finding 55. 107 to 110. Pick your poison. I believe it's 88 remaining. So 20s, 16s, 18s. Not able to grab that trip 18 that he was lining up. Unfortunate second dart there. So 37 scored. Will leave himself 70. No, excuse me, sorry. McCaster math is completely wrong. That was if he had the 18, my goodness. So only able to leave himself 79. Tom Curtin, a very gettable 110. Stays up in that upper region, but not able to grab a triple, so only setting himself up for, I believe, 60 next time he comes back. Ron Sargent, 79. He's done a very good job in these previous weeks of taking out these mid-range takes. 79 minus 19 leaves 60. Now one dart at tops here to clean up this third leg. And he's just off by a millimeter. I think he even pushes the wire down. So unfortunate there for the Dreamboat. And Tom looking to clean up this third leg. Two darts at tops. And again, a little bit of a reach, a little bit of a lean, but that one is about as dead center as you can get it. Great take there from Tom Curtin, surviving chances there from the Dreamboat to get out, but Tom will be the first one to have a look at this set if he can find a break here on Ron. And Ron looking to defend his throne, push this set all the way. We'll see how this one gets underway here. Solid second dart. Looks like Ron's able to sneak in too. Big 140 to get things going. Solid dart, solid start. Tom Curtin firing back with the immediate answer here. Able to find 2 in there. Are we going to see the big ton 80 open? Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. Solid ton 80 to get things going here in this 4th leg. Solid darts. The Emperor, no mercy and not looking to give Ron any whiff of a, well, just chance of hope, really. Solid ton there from Ron, so doing good to keep himself battling, keep himself scrapping in this leg. But Tom, again, in a great position here to really run away with it. The first dart will go wide, so no 9-dart attempt. Fails after the 4th dart, but does very well to clean up house, going around the triples, locking in some solid points. 80 points locked in. Ron Sargent, oh my goodness, how the tides are turning in this leg. Ron might be a tough block, might be staying on it. Not able to find another one in there, but able to find 85. So now Ron doing very well to take big bites, leaving himself 176. Tom Curtin needs at least 1 triple, does find it. 2 would be lovely. Able to find the big 140, so both guys shelling the dartboard here. Fantastic scoring. Ron, 140 minimum to leave himself a 1-darter. Would love to walk away with at least a ton here. Can't find it, pushes that 3rd dart out. So sloppy 3rd there. And now Tom Curtin with a prime time opportunity, 101. 41 remaining now, so 9. Chooses to go 1 to double 20. Oh, and he does the same thing that Ron did, where he just goes off by a millimeter, pushes the wire down. So Ron Sargent, 135, a look at it. Will he take advantage? Not able to find the single bull, so not looking good here for the Dreamboat, as Tom Curtin is now eyeballing the opening set. If he can find double 20. Goes high, needs to make the correction down. We've seen this before. Brings it down too low, so to double 10. Not able to find it. So opportunity, big opportunity now for Ron Sargent. Needs to capitalize on these mistakes. So only able to find single 18. 72 remaining here for Ron Sargent. Triple 12. Not able to find it, so 60 remaining now. Able to set himself up, but will have to rely on more mistakes. 3 more missed darts here from Tom Curtin. Place your bets, folks. And it goes in that first dart. I believe that's in there, and Tom Curtin will walk away with the opening set. Ron Sargent doing very well to battle, but not able to find the advantage on Tom Curtin. So close there in that leg, but unfortunately came right down to the wire, and Tom was able to punch his way out. Get everything reset here for our second set. No more mistakes for the Dreamboat as he eyeballs what is now going to be his set to take if he can hold throw 3 times in a row. He should be walking away with this set and forcing set 3. But the darts will always have something to say, and that's a great way to get going here. Ron Sargent, 81 points found. Tom Curtin looking to fire back with something fierce. Needs to elevate that second dart a little too high there. Micro correction needed. Not able to. Oh, looks like he is able to find that ton. My goodness, top left corner. He's able to sneak that in there. So close. I agree, not going for 20s on 90 when your opponent is on a double. That is the correct way to go because it will leave you the double bull if you can find 2 big 20s. But Ron felt confident on the 18s. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him. And he did get punished for it. So Tom Curtin, again, taking advantage of those counting errors, walking away with the opening set. But now Ron Sargent still doing well to put some pressure on Tom down the line here. Going upstairs for the 20s. Wanting to get rid of that 19. Not able to find a triple, so only finding 59. Advantage Tom Curtin. If you can find at least 60-plus points here, big advantage. Tom is doing very well to average 84.63. Again, he's faced a lot stiffer competition in this game, but his opening game was 76.88 and really finding another gear in the semifinals against Mike Carignan, who truthfully was playing pretty good darts. I mean, scoring was not there every single leg, but the outs, my goodness, he had a look at a 152, 146, and Ron Sargent finding the big 140. But despite that, Tom Curtin was able to fire an 85.89, really doing well to keep a consistent game. And it's looking like this 85 average is going to be the one that Ron is going to have to try and better. 140 there from Tom Curtin. My goodness, 180 left over for Ron Sargent. First dart into the one segment is going to cause all sorts of headaches. Able to find that trip 19 with that second dart. Not able to grab it with the third, so 77 found. Tom Curtin's been here before, 101 remaining. Which way is he going to attack this? Goes for the 60 again, so leaves himself 40. Go for the big one, back to double 20. And again, he pulls it low. You can see by the reaction on his face. That was the second attempt, same route taken, but the same result as well. Not able to find that crucial third dart. So Ron Sargent, 103. 84 left after finding that first dart into the 19 segment, so he will probably go for trip 20 here. Not able to find it, just low, so 64 remaining now. Trip 16, trip 8 will do nicely. He's able to find that 48, leave himself 16, so still a great setup. A lot of pressure on Tom. Can't afford to miss here. Double 10 for the opening leg of the second set. Will he find it? Goes well outside. Needs to find the correction. Outside again. Might be a tough block to get around. Looks like he's not in there. He is in there, not sure. Looks like he was outside, so Ron, more chances here. Double 8. Needs to walk it in. A little too far outside there. Getting closer. And Ron goes further away. So tragedy here at the end of this leg. Opportunity now for Tom Curtin to clean up what should have been his based on the opportunities he's had. Finds it with that second dart, so double 5. No messing around there. Doesn't want to have to deal with correcting a single 5 left over. So Tom Curtin finding the opening break. Crucial break on Ron Sargent. And now he will be playing for the set if he manages to hold his throw here. Big 180 open. Immediate pressure on Ron the Dreamboat. Solid stuff there from Tom Curtin. Spectacular darts. Ron struggling with that second dart. Not able to put the pieces together in that visit. And Tom, tremendous start to this leg. Wants to keep it going. 4 darts are perfect. 5th dart fails him, but no matter. Still quite a ways away in this leg, finding the 81. It's a major bummer, man, that we weren't able to see that 9-darter get set up. But you know what? Tom Curtin will still be a happy guy knowing that his opponent is still all the way back at 401 after that visit. So Tom Curtin working with 240. No pressure, but still wants to keep on drilling here. Triple 20 has been very reliable to him. As soon as I say that, caster Kerr strikes again, able to find that trip 19. Solid switch. And so Ron Sargent, a little bit of respite knowing that his opponent is not on an out 162, so a little bit of a math error there, and Ron doing very well to find that ton 40. But ton 40 will not do, won't bring him close enough. Tom looking to just set up, lay this one up. Wants at least a ton. Again, a weird push of that second dart, pushing it well outside into the 5. Not able to find anything good. Shake of the head there. He knows it's bad. Doesn't want it. Will have to take it regardless. And 2-6-1 now for Ron. If he can find a ton 40, might put some pressure on. Needs at least a ton to set himself up. Not able to grab the ton, so still outside of having a poke. And Tom, 118 remaining. The third dart pushed well outside. 60 is found eventually. So 18 will leave himself tops. Able to find it. Tom Curtin really liking tops tonight, avoiding double 16. Maybe not feeling so great on double 16 and double 8 tonight. No matter, Ron Sargent 201 needs to find something spectacular if he wants to put the pressure on. Needs at least one triple here. One triple is the bare minimum. Not able to force it, only finding 57. So Tom Curtin, 3 darts at double 20. Able to find it dead center. No reach, no push needed. Simple, smooth, sweeping action of the arm, and that dart is finding top of the board there. So Ron now has to hold throw. Can't afford any more losses here, or he will lose this set, and Tom will take week 5 in his name, but unless he has something to say about it. Fortunately, that 40 start is not the way he wants to get going. Frustration starting to come through for Ron Sargent. Tom Curtin, look at the focus. Look at the intensity on this guy's face right now. He wants this week 5 victory. He's hunting it down, looking for that triple 20. Can't find it. Only able to find 60, but Ron Sargent not dead yet. Still plenty of life left in his tank. Not able to find the triple, so 60 found a little bit of floundering off of the line here. Tom Curtin 441 might be a tough dart to get around here. Not able to drop it low, going downstairs, avoiding the flights. Able to find that trip 17, so doing very well to get rid of that one off of his score. 350 remaining now. And Ron Sargent looking for more of those. Stays hunting on it. Needs to stay aggressive. Goes downstairs to avoid the flights. Finds 99, so a good visit. Still a great round here from Ron, but Tom still has the advantage if he can find more of those. Plenty of space. Deflects up, going to 18s, you feel. Stays on it to find the ton. Not sure if he was ever going to find his way through that second awkward deflection. Flight was at such a weird angle. And now Ron. First dart just went absolutely nowhere he was looking. So takes a little step back, takes a moment to reset. Needs to find a triple 20 here. Does find it with that third dart, so keeping pace. But for how long, you feel? Can't afford to have it be close. When this guy is so reliably getting down to the outs in about 4 or 5 visits, not able to grab that trip, only able to drop his score down to 190. And so Ron Sargent, opportunity here to get himself to an out first, but needs to get it done, needs to lower that second dart, rates it a little bit more, and not able to make. The correction goes slightly wide on that trip 18 switch, and marooned on 166 Island. So Tom Curtin, still no pressure here. He will be getting down to an out first. Might be 25 scored, so a little awkward now. Only finding 44, I believe, depending on where that second dart lands. Indeed it is. Wow. So even though he's first down to an out, it's not a good look. Ron Sargent will be working with 146 now. Able to find 74. So sub 100, I believe he has 92 remaining. Goes back to triple 20. I think he finds trip 14, so I'm not sure if my math is incorrect or his math is incorrect, but we'll find out soon enough with the calculator powers of Dart Connect. 116 is found, so he'll leave himself 50. Great lead from Ron. Unless Tom Curtin can force the 146. Not able to grab that trip 18. Does very well to find 2 trip 20s, so 138 found. My goodness, he leaves himself 8. Fantastic setup from Tom, but Ron finds The big 18 for 2 darts, a double 16. Pulls it just inside, double 8. Oh, and he does find it. He's staying alive, folks. Boogie down to the dance floor, Ron Sargent, because you are staying alive, buddy. My goodness. So close at the end of that leg. What a crazy reach. And Ron Sargent, the Dreamboat, is able to find it. Wow. Tom Curtin will be looking to get underway in a jiffy here. It looks like he does. 2 big triples found. So he'll let Ron have that previous leg, make him feel good about himself. You know what? Pat on the back, you did it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to give you reprieve for 2 legs in a row, buddy. You've got to earn it. Ron cannot afford to drop a triple here, needs to find it, and unfortunately he pushes it out to the single 5. So Tom Curtin on his throw will look to get it done here if he can just keep these darts in that 20 segment, able to find the big second dart. Able to find at least 85, and you know what? A shake of the head may not be entirely appropriate because those scores will do. Ron needs a ton 80, ton 40 minimum to try and keep pace here. Not able to find the ton 80, but the ton 40 will work. 316 to 294, a little too close for Tom's comfort. Finds the big first dart. Drops it low. Again, a little bit of a angry roar there from Tom Curtin. Not able to find that 18 switch, so 98 is found. But again, if Ron can find another ton 40, keeps it just too close for comfort, but he needs to drop this dart. Oh my goodness, tough block there. Able to lock in and find that trip 18 switch. Smart darts there from the Dreamboat. Goes across. A little bit of desperation, but he is able to find those numbers when he needs them. Tom Curtin all over this segment. Wants to keep it steady. Not able to lock in and find the ton to leave himself 96. Only able to find 60. So 136 remaining. This is a friendly out, folks. Because if Tom Curtin can hit the big trip 20 and stay there, he'll leave himself double 8, which is a great leave. Ron able to find 1 trip 20, wants another one if not moving over. Stays on it and finds the big ton 40, so pressure is building in this leg. 82 to 136. Pick your poison. Tom Curtin will have to rely on mistakes if he can't find. And again, only finding 55, so Ron Sargent has the opportunity to push this set all the way if he can find 82. Bullseye first. Finds the trip 14 first, so 2 darts a double 20. Going across the double 10. Not able to find it, pulls it low. Tom Curtin can't believe it. So huge opportunity, 81 remaining. Finds it. Bullseye! And he goes high, but he does leave himself 32. So, again, not the worst third dart to hit if you're not going to hit the double bull. But Ron Sargent, 3 darts at double 10. Able to find it, so we are going the distance in this second set, folks. Ron Sargent, fantastic. Battling back all the way. And so we're going to take a little bit of a bathroom break here, folks. So very quick jump to commercial. But again, we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. Just a quick bathroom break for the guys, but we'll be right back in a few minutes. See you guys very soon. So jumping back into the action here, these guys have not started. And so both guys getting their warm-up throws in. Game start. All right, there's the thumbs up. These guys are ready to go. Quick little bathroom break. And you know what? We are back underway here. Season 3, Week 5 here at the WPL studio. Again, everybody who's still with us tonight, thank you so much for being here, enjoying these games, enjoying the stream. We do this for you guys, for everybody tuning in live. Love the darts. And, looks like a little bit of a drop dart there. So Ron trying to get himself composed, ready for the game here. And again, does very well to find the ton off the rip here. But Tom Curtin looking to answer back with something big of his own here. If he can find the ton, again, the flight's just pushing them up. We've seen that multiple times tonight where the flights from Tom Curtin have more or less act as a springboard for the darts colliding in. So not sure where Ron Sargent is. He's taking a little bit of a break, maybe some repairs. Oh, you broke a dart? Oh, I just got confirmation that he broke a dart, so he's fixing it right now. So he'll be getting back to the board here in just a second. It's actually very rare that we've actually ever had a broken dart here at the Worcester Premier League. So Ron taking a breath. He has fixed his gear. Hopefully whatever repairs he has made. Oh my goodness, it looks like the repairs are working flawlessly so far. Oh man, it's over. Repairs have not worked, folks. It's time to throw those darts into the bin. Not finding 1080s with the new darts. Throw it all away. Of course, if we were to hit 180s every single time, it would never be a fun game to play. And Tom Curtin navigating around that second dart, able to find 85. Ron Sargent, again, advantage. He has pushed this set to go all the way, but now he needs to get it done here in this final leg. He does have the hold of throw, so he will theoretically get down to an out first, but not if any of Tom's darts have anything to say about it. Slight adjustment needed. Does find that big second dart. Can't find the third. Only able to find, I believe, 68. So both guys neck and neck as they get themselves in range here in leg 5. Not able to keep those darts steady. 41. So Ron Sargent starting to flounder a little bit, maybe getting nervous. Tom Curtin, big opportunity here. If he can just keep these darts steady. We've seen that push many times tonight, not able to find anything good. So again, Tom Curtin, we've seen the push, pushing his darts into the 5 and 1. Not something that we're used to relating to Tom Curtin, but might just be a week 5 thing, might be something else. Ron able to, make lemonade out of lemons there with that third dart, saving that visit, but still leaving himself a very nasty 169 lead. Not able to get out in 169. Tom finding that big second dart, wants another one, and again pushes it into that one segment. You can see from him telling himself off there, just not pleased at all. Both guys stuck on bogey numbers here. First dart's going to be very, very nice, though. 112 remaining. Able to find the trip 18, so hold the phone, folks. Doing some math. Ron has 111 points scored. Will leave himself 58, so another 18. Great setup. Wow. Awesome stuff from the Dreamboat. Big 129. Leave himself 40. And Tom will not have a reasonable answer in these first 2 darts, really relying on the third one. Able to pick up that trip 17, but Ron can force a game-deciding set. If he can just keep it steady, psyching himself up there, wants double 20. First dart's just high. Second dart just high. And the third dart's in there, so the Dreamboat pushing it all the way to a third set. We are going the distance. Tom Curtin, a fan of that one, he knows that the adjustment needed was so small. But now we have a game on our hands, folks. Both guys finding a set. Ron surviving many missed attempts there from Tom Curtin, but here we go. No mistakes here from either guy allowed. Who's going to flinch first? And Tom leading off with a big ton 40. Great darts. Again, Ron Sargent, for everybody who has not been keeping up with the previous weeks, Ron has made the finals 2 times already. But he has fallen every single time he's made it this far. He is playing to have his name etched on the nightly winner wall here at the WPL. But oh my goodness, 2 in there for Tom Curtin. Not able to find the ton. 80 pushes it wide. But Ron Sargent wants to find a night win. The battle between him, Joe, and Tom has been so intense this season. Again, first and second place carries significance now that you can avoid having to play in that first round of the playoffs. So Ron's been right there, and he's been pushing hard, but not able to get over the line. Is tonight his night? Tom Curtin certainly trying to be a roadblock to that ultimate destination. Does very well to find the trip 18 there. Solid darts. Solid leg here from Tom Curtin, leaving himself 144 after 3 visits. Great darts. Ron Sargent needs to find at least 1 triple. Not able to get it done, only finding 57. So tough round. And even though it's not forced here, Tom will still look to take this out if he can, but pushes that first dart well wide. Going down to correct down to the 19s. Able to only find 44, so will leave himself the solid ton. Not a low percentage shot, but if Ron can find a ton 40 or at least a ton here, wants another one, pressure. That's all you can hope for in this situation, is just putting pressure on your opponent, making him think that if I miss this, he's coming back with a chance. Tom Curtin, double 20, or we'll see, he'll stay there. Elects to go for 20s. Double 20s, but not able to connect the dots. And again, that third dart going wide, so now making a mess of it. Ron Sargent 144. This would be a steal if it goes. Not able to find the first part of the combo. Well, he stay there. Goes to the 18s. Both guys pushing it wide on the third dart. Ron's little head bob there really messed me up. Tom not able to find the 19, so we'll go upstairs for 12. Not able to find the 12, so all of a sudden, this has turned into an absolute catastrophe of a leg here. Tom doing well to clean it up, but just sloppy darts. Ron not even sure if he's even allowed back in this leg, if he's even allowed to the line. 101 remaining, Ron. It's all you, buddy. Finds the big one, so the hard part's out of the way. Finds the triple 20. He says he meant to do that here. So 1 dart at tops. If this goes, this will be crazy. Come on, Ron. And he pushes it well wide. So a good bid, a good attempt there from Ron Sargent to lock that in, going the very difficult way of 160 tops, but doesn't matter. Tom Curtin wants to get this done. No more messing about. Look at the ferocity on this guy's face. Goes low, double 10, pulls it inside, so double 5, awkward. It looks like he does find it on that third dart, maybe? Indeed, it is found. So we've seen Tom round the houses, but we've not seen him get stuck on double 5, really coming in clutch for him tonight. And Ron Sargent so close there, had a chance. 1 dart at the 101 take, but missed it well wide. And now he will lead off here in this second leg. Again, Tom was trying to hold his throw in that opening leg, so Ron almost got the break on him. But now we'll have to do very well to hold strong here, not let Tom break him. Looking to make the small correction down. It looks like it might be a tough block to get around going downstairs. Can't find the trip 17. So both guys off to a little bit of a slower start here. Ron needs to make that correction a little bit more. Don't want to overcorrect here, and he doesn't. Very, very picture perfect third dart. Finding the big ton here. Tom Curtin winding up. Looking to follow. The first dart is a beauty. Second dart, will it follow? Can't follow. There's still a lot of space in there, though. The third dart, again, the flight pushing it wide. This is about the 6th or 7th time tonight, folks, that we've seen those flights just be way too bouncy, way too responsive. I mean, Tom, definitely an aggressive shooter, wants to have those tight groupings, but his flights are just not working out for him tonight, and Ron able to answer back with an immediate 1-2-5. So really capitalizing on Tom's gear not working in his favor. Doing very well to make that correction up. Wants a ton 40. Able to look at that grouping, folks. Unbelievable. Those points are in the same hole. My goodness. You could balance those things on a penny, maybe even a dime. The grouping was so intense there. And Ron able to follow with a big 115. So both guys bombs away, and Ron once again is at 101. Seems to be his number tonight. But Tom looking to go downstairs now after finding those first two. Finds the big 139 answer. 115, 139. Are we going to see the 101 go? Come on, Ron. Finds 25. Leaving himself 76. So trip 20 needed to leave himself double 8. Able to find it. One dart at double 8. This would be spectacular. And it's able to go. Solid darts there from Ron Sargent. What a way to go. Wasn't able to find it that first time in the previous leg, but gets it done in the second leg. The Dreamboat pushing hard. And Tom Curtin needs to respond. So what can Tom do to get underway here? Only able to find 41. So not sure what's going on with our scoreboard here. Again, there it goes. It's updated now, so maybe some couple more scoreboard gremlins. Again, we've had some problems tonight with the AWS outages causing issues with our scoreboard because Dark Connect uses those services to run their platform. So hopefully we don't have any more technical problems, but we'll see. Regardless here, Ron off to a better start than Tom. The average is starting to slowly come closer together here, but Tom able to push it a little bit further with that big ton 40. Again, as the games go on, the averages will start to compress down to a nice mean. Both guys not really shooting, crazy different averages. Both playing fantastic games. The games have been close. They've been tight. It's really just come down to outs. Tom Curtin looking to continue the destruction that he is just wrecking this triple 20 segment. Looks like 180, 140. Might be balanced on a dime, only able to find the 140. So havoc being wrought on this 20 segment of this board, and Ron needs to continue to try and find these big scores. Not able to lock in 81, only leaving the line with 41 in his pocket. So falling behind now. And Tom Curtin, again, holding throw. This is just a hold. If Ron's going to lose any leg, he wants to lose the one where he's not off first, and Tom doing very well to find the ton. Will leave himself 80. So Ron Sargent, 340 remaining, well behind. Might already be thinking about the next leg. Even if he finds another one here, it's not going to be enough to bring him down to an out. So 240 remaining now after that ton from Ron Sargent. 80 remaining now from Tom. Is he going to go tops, or will he go for that trip 20? Does! Oh my goodness, tops. Oh, he pulls it just high. Just high, Tom. Got to go back. One more attempt at it. Oh, my goodness. Are we going to see this for the style? He's able to find it. So top stops there for Tom Curtin. A little bit of a garnish on top of that leg, and certainly the stylish way to go. Wow, great darts there. My goodness. When in doubt, if your opponent is not within range, just rub it in a little bit. Make it look good, So now Ron Sargent has, unfortunately, not been able to break Tom Curtin the past 2 attempts here, so we'll have to rely on him holding, and then he has to find a break if he forces it to a game-deciding leg, able to get off the line with a ton. So Tom Curtin, pressure needs to follow. Pulls it low on that first dart. Corrections able to be made here, so a ton 40 in the works, but goes wide, pushes it wide again, only finding 83. So again, Ron Sargent will take advantage of these small little missteps here from Tom Curtin. Looks like 80 locked in there, wants another one in the red bit, does find the big ton 40, so Ron coming in clutch with these big visits. And again, Tom Curtin, used to playing under pressure, used to being behind, used to coming back with big visits, but the aggressive grouping not working out for him tonight, pushing it up above the trip 20 segment. Ron, looking to be a momentum player, wants to continue this fantastic scoring. Doesn't want to let this guy back in. The 26 will certainly cause problems here. Bacon and eggs at 10:21 at night. You tell me. I'm always down for breakfast, folks, but Ron doesn't want to be getting the breakfast combo this late into the evening. What is Tom able to find? Not sure. It looks like from the reaction it pushes out into the 5. Trip 5 is found with that last one, so 95, 235 to 263. Ron going downstairs now. Pushing these darts wide, so nerves now. He knows he can't afford another push dart. Needs to find the triple. Able to keep it in the big segment, but it's not enough. Tom Curtin is now within range to jump over Ron Sargent if he can find ton 40 here. Looks like 120 is found. Able to find the big triple, so we'll be going downstairs. Finds the big 137. So Ron, 2 poor visits in a row, and Tom is able to jump in front. Leave himself 126. Ron still can leave himself handy, though. It's not completely over, but drops that dart well low. Very lucky it stayed straight. And Ron looking to try and nab that triple 20. Can't force it in. So 60 will leave him 134. Tom Curtin working with 126, going at the 19s, attacking the 19s, so close. And unfortunately, he will not push the bullseye into contention here. Can only set up. And now Ron Sargent, to save his skin, you feel, has to go. 134. And unfortunately, the first dart in the combination is no good. So he can only set up from here. Able to find 74. So 60 remaining now for Ron. Wants a big 20. Oh! Ooh! And he just barely pulls that one outside. Finds triple 1. That would have been a bust if he found the triple 20. Count your lucky stars, Mr. Sargent. But now Tom hits the big 9, leaving himself 63, finds the triple, leaving himself double 12, and he goes high, so not able to secure the take. Ron Sargent, 57 remaining. Opportunity and a massive one here. Finds the big 17, double 20 needed. And it's going all the way, folks. Oh my goodness. This has been a back and forth game, but now Ron has held throw. He has not found a break on Tom Curtin. So Tom will have his hold of throw here in this game-deciding leg. Who's going to get off to a better start? Tom able to find that crucial triple 20. Looks like he's only able to find a ton. So Ron Sargent now under pressure. Can't afford to let this opportunity go. Needs to drop it a little bit lower. Come on, Ron. Does find the ton. Both guys neck in neck. 4:01 remaining. Tom Curtin, corrections needed. Pushes it out into the one. And a brutal 22 round from Tom Curtin. Ron needs to keep his mind empty. Keep these darts flowing like water. Be like water, my friend. Even a 60 will do to punish. And that's fine. That's all good for right now. Tom Curtin still within range, but now he's having to play from behind. Not able to find the triple 20 off the rip. Finds the correction with that second dart. Oh my goodness. The flights, we have seen it all night, get in the way. And that, unfortunately, does not work in the favor of Tom Curtin. Bouncing out and Ron looking to come back with an immediate punish. Is there space for another one in there? It looks like there might be. I'm not sure. Oh, he does score a ton 40. Unbelievable round there. Able to find that slight bit of space and force that dart in. Tom Curtin might be taking a break here to do some repairs to his darts. I actually can't quite see what's going on there. He broke a shaft is what he said, so some repairs underway. Tom Curtin getting the gear all sorted out here, so bounce out was pretty vicious. Again, these guys are so prepared. They have so much extra gear. So we are going to be back underway. Tom Curtin eyeballing his target, walking up to the line here, knows that he needs to hit big if he wants to keep his hopes alive of getting himself another nightly win. Not able to grab that triple. You can see the disappointment. Tom Curtin only finding 60. Ron, humongous opportunity now. 2:01. First dart's beautiful. Second dart slightly high. Needs to drop it low. May go downstairs. Finds 9 in that triple 3 segment. So still finding 89. Still a great visit. First down to an out. Tom Curtin behind now. Are we going to see Ron take his maiden win in Season 3? Unless this guy can come back with something fierce, not able to grab 2. So Ron Sargent, 112 for Week 5. Is he going to get it done? 92 remains for the Dreamboat. Second dart's in. 32 remains. Ron Sargent. And it's outside by a country mile. So unlucky for Ron. Maybe the nerves got the best of him there. But he has one match dart miss now. Low percentage shot now for Tom Curtin with 154. And it won't go. The first dart is just low. Can't grab the 54 with the second one. Able to grab the pressure with the third. So Ron Sargent, 3 darts at double 16. Take a breath. Take a breath, Ron. Focus. And he goes high. Double 12. Drama. Goes high again. And he pulls it just low. Opportunities missed on the doubles. 4 match darts missed, and Tom Curtin looking for the steal. Finds 7, 9 needed for 1 dart at tops. And he pulls it high. So both guys nervy ending here. Ron Sargent, 3 darts at double 10. Come on, Ron. And it looks like there's a scoreboard error here. I think Ron should have 12 left, actually. So maybe in the heat of the moment, calculations not being made correctly. But we do have a ref off in the distance that you guys can't see who is making these calls. So it looks like there is a correction being made here. So Ron Sargent eyeballing double six now. Your name is Ron. Going to cement his name. The nightly winners here for Season 3. 3 darts at it. Pulls it outside. And it's inside! Ron Sargent, the Dreamboat, finally gets to set sail to Margaritaville. He has earned his first nightly win of Season 3. And he couldn't have done it in a more stressful fashion, saving it all the way to the very end to lock that dub in. My goodness, and Tom Curtin showing what was waiting for Ron if he let him come back one more time, but both guys a little sloppy in the back half of that game. But no matter, Ron will take it any way he can get it. And folks, he's done it after 3 visits to the finals. Ron Sargent is able to get it done tonight. He's able to punch his name onto the wall of nightly winners and secure himself crucial points. 5 points going the way of the Dreamboat, 3 points going the way of Tom Curtin. Man, oh man, folks, take a breath, take a pause, and just let the stress of that game melt away. Because, wow, it was close, but we've had an entire night of action. And, man, these games have been so critical in determining the final order of play. Going into the next 2 weeks here, playoffs are starting to rear around the corner now. There's not many opportunities for everyone looking to try and stay out of that relegation zone. For the top guys trying to lock in who's going to get that bye in the first round. But if we look at the bracket here to review the action that we've had tonight, again, Ron Sargent besting Tom Curtin 2-1 in the finals. All the way to the semifinals, Tom Curtin took out Mike Carignan 2-0. Ron Sargent took out Mark Rudge 2-0. So Mike and Rudge getting critical points here, finding those 2 points, getting into the top 4. And all the way in the quarterfinals, Tom Curtin took out Justin Burke 2-0. Mark Rudge took out Nick Soldo in a very tight game, 2-1. Mike Carignan able to find the dub over Berto Santos 2-0. And Ron barely surviving, dodging a bullet against Joe Ricard in that opening round. So guys, back to the Marty Cam here. We have had 5 weeks. Spectacular action. 2 regular season weeks remain. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to make the playoffs? And who's going to be at risk of our very first season of relegation? We don't know. There are still answers yet to come our way, and still many questions abound. But guys, that's going to be it for us tonight. So for everybody who tuned in tonight, thank you so much. We hope that you come back next week. Again, see you guys in a couple days' time. Take care.